away. They want the football, and it's going to be Austin Seibert, just signed, kicking off for New York to Cavante Turpin, as Seibert had to replace the injured Greg Zuerlein, the former Cowboy kicker, who was injured in practice on Tuesday. Zuerlein injuring a quad. So here is Seibert, who's been around the league for a few years. And he puts toe to it and delivers a touchback. So now Dak and the Dallas offense, they didn't have to do much last week. They've been able to save some things that they had in the game plan for last week against the Giants and have them apply perhaps to today.
Yeah, it's a rarity when you go on the road and win 40-0, or just to win like that. But I think that's a good thing, right? Because you kind of get this new offense off the ground, and obviously you want to be perfect, but you're really protecting the football and ensuring a victory, and they did that last week.
And they're coming out with 3 wide receivers to start things, Tony, with Pollard the running back. And he's looking for a seam, and he finds one. Wiggles for about 4. Pollard had 70 yards last week rushing and a couple of touchdowns, tackled by Michael.
All right,
Carter.
shout out to you, Tech 713. Thank you for the $5 super chat donation. Thank you for the support, my friend.
This year, as the Cowboys, of course,
here for the
was not re-signed, and
Cowboys,
Mike McCarthy said, "I want to do the play calling."
And the head coach is usually going to win, but I think he has done a wonderful job in camp, and really, you're going to see a lot of these type of runs and a lot more movement in the run game this year. And I think you're going to see a lot of old Aaron Rodgers plays that a lot of people have seen come up a lot.
And you're going to see up-tempo also. They'll send it in and snap it quickly as Quinnen Williams leads this impressive New York Jets defense.
Very impressive. Great on all 3 levels. The front 4, the next, the linebacker crew, and the back end. This is a formidable opponent.
First down after a couple of Pollard runs. Now he gets the reception.
Throw. That'll be caught by Pollard.
So Pollard is the lead back.
Tell me, Ryan.
They allowed
Zeke
Elliott
sir.
to go into free agency, and Elliott now a member of the Patriots. But what do you expect out of Pollard this year, Tony?
He's going to have a great year. I mean, he's really a unique talent, Jim, in that you can use him everywhere. They're going to use him in the pass game, outside, inside runs, outside.
Here's Dowdle.
And
gives him a
off
spell and
to
runs
Dowdle.
it up
He'll get 4 yards on the carry. 3rd and 2.
First down. It'll be 3rd and 2. Boy, there is some interesting
Shout out to
matchups
Josh
here
Hawkins.
today. So many interesting stories here, but one of them is right
good.
in the trenches. You got Zach Martin, 6-time first-team All-Pro against
hard-earned money.
How about that one?
Yeah.
This is a
shout out to you, Rick.
What is it?
Yeah, we needed that W.
Strength versus strength. I mean, these two are the class
Without
in the
a doubt.
National Football
3rd
League.
and
Both
2.
in the top 3 at their positions, and I'm telling you, this is going to maybe decide the game.
3rd and 2 from the 44.
Quick throw.
CD has the first down at the
CD
50.
Lamb gets the first down.
Got a little block on the outside.
The Jets have proven they can win without Aaron Rodgers, but it's still going to be difficult to beat an on-point Dallas.
A little misalignment here because you're in the run game, and Mosley has to play both. A quick screen outside and an inside run.
Vegas is basking in that win. Yes, basking it, breathe it in.
Easy completion for a first
Enjoy
down.
it.
CD signal for a first down. By the way, they're without Brandon Cooks, out with a knee, inactive. Here's a 1st and 10. Looking.
Back throws. That's going to be caught. And there's a flag.
The 25-yard line.
Wow, and what a great throw and an unbelievable catch.
Shout out to Roberts and Jay. Congrats on the Bills win. Now it's time for the
really
Jets.
well on the opposite side of Sauce Gardner.
We'll see.
As the defensive back over there, but he's going to get called for holding, number 4.
Shout out to you, Forrest.
Prior to the pass, holding, defense, number 4. Penalties decline. Goal to play is a first down.
This shows you how talented CD is. Right there, it's a slant and go. DJ gets his hands on him, gets called for the hold, but then to be able to get your momentum back outside and then high point the catch and then bring it down. Wow. Adams is coming bearing down on you. Impressive.
They press it down at the 24, and here
Quick
comes
hand
Pollard
off.
again, stretching it out.
Pollard
for
will get 2 in the run.
3.
I want you to watch how fast Dallas gets in and out of the huddle. So they're substituting, another player's coming in, and this is going to be a difference right here. They're going to get in this huddle, they're going to call this play, and boom. That's about as quick as you'll see in the National Football League when you're huddling up, and that's because Coach McCarthy's done this for so many years. He gets that
2nd and 8.
play call in so early, and that's an advantage for offenses.
2nd down and 8. Again, pocket is clean.
Prescott throws.
Bouncing off of it.
And Pollard gets another 2 yards. It'll be 3rd and 6.
And you saw already, you can see a difference. Just an untrained eye like mine watching the footwork of Prescott. This is a big thing that Dak talked with us yesterday about.
Yeah, he's gotten now with one of the great footwork coaches. We just talked about Coach McCarthy and the way he's going to get him in out of the huddle, but the footwork, he learned this from Bill Walsh, Joe Montana started off. Then it goes to Young, and to Favre, and to Rodgers. And the footwork is hitch. You don't take a second hitch to the same guy. You move to the next one, and then go.
3rd and 6. He has to step up with his feet and take off.
And Dak's going to keep it on the move as he gets to the 1st and goal. Nice run by Dak. 15 yards.
Driving on him right away.
Great job by Dowdle, the running back, coming across, picking up a blitzing linebacker, and Dak does the rest. You saw the footwork there. One hitch.
Very nice run.
Go.
Protected the ball.
Trying to create fine things. That's
I like it.
In trouble. You're going to see the same thing on the other side with Zach Wilson. See if he makes that leap.
2 tight ends. Watch Jake Ferguson, 87 lined up on that right side.
Strength versus strength. It's right here. Red zone offense, #1 against a great red zone
defense.
Off.
And Pollard gets 2 yards. 2nd and goal.
In some ways, I think this game will come down to this, right? There's 2 things. Can Zach Wilson go against a dynamic defense, protect the football, and still have those winning plays in the second half? And then the second one will be who's able to get touchdowns in the red zone. 2 dynamic defenses will adjust quickly and make it hard on you. This is an opportunity for Dallas. We'll see if the Jets can hold them.
They bring in Lipke, the fullback. They'll go with Pollard again.
Pollard gets wrapped up. It's a loss of a yard. You guys are hilarious.
And we talk about Quinnen Williams.
Absolutely hilarious.
Just blew that up, didn't he?
Yeah, get used to this over and over again. You're going to see right here on this left side.
Wow, Cardinals scored?
Watch this swim move right there, and that's against an
already,
all-pro for many years, Tyron Smith. I mean, this guy, his size, strength, intellect, I mean, he has it all. This is a complete football player in his prime right now, Jim.
3rd and goal from the 4. Dak looking left.
Dak throws. Ferguson for the touchdown. And there it is. Dallas strikes first. Ferguson with a 4-yard touchdown.
They're very high on him in Dallas. In our meeting.
Happy face, y'all. Check it out, bro.
They said he's going to come
Rebecca
back
says, I made a keto treat and ate too much.
I'm telling you right now.
Yeah, you still got to be careful with the healthy stuff.
Put him in your fantasies. He's getting a touchdown
always
tomorrow.
overindulge.
He even said he's going to get the first one. You just had a feeling. You called it yesterday in the meeting, Jim.
Well, I told it to your son, your oldest, Hawk. I said, go get him. He's going to be good for 6 tomorrow. In front of Coach McCarthy, who didn't react. But just watching practice, you could see it coming. So Cowboys drive it right down the distance. 75 yards and 12 plays.
Is up.
Aubrey adds the extra
good.
point.
Well, that's Nanstradamus for you right
7-0 as the Cowboys get started. Shout out to you guys for rocking with us. 9 minutes, 19 seconds left in the first quarter as we get started with these Cowboys and the Jets. They started off. Quick timeout commercial break. What do we got? 164 viewers, 50 likes, ladies and gentlemen. We need 50 more to get to 100. Make sure you are hitting that like, that thumbs up. It is much, much appreciated. I do thank you all for the support. We need 50 more likes to get to 100. Let's make it happen. Mesh yourself in. Says Cowboys going to be on top. I expect a strong game here. I expect a strong game. Happy face. It's uncertain. I will let you know, but I do thank you for that, man. It is much, much appreciated. Without a doubt. What's up, Noah? What's going on with you, man? What's going on, my friend? Yo, the suppression is real. You mean to tell me that the Jets and the Cowboys are playing, we only got 167 in the house? Really? YouTube is on some mess. Yo, I can't wait till this is over and done with. Wow. Jonas says, Jay, how about Dak? Yeah, man. Great run. I like it. He came in focused, poised. He's at home. So, we'll see what happens. Quick timeout commercial break. Don C, yeah. And you know what's crazy? It's not just me. There's nobody popping up in the search. It's a straight suppression going on right now on Sundays. This is absolutely terrible. You know what? For a public company to be acting like a private one, they're doing a whole lot of wild stuff. This is crazy. Nobody that I normally see is live is in the search right now. Nobody. It's crazy.
Expect that right away against this defense.
Look at that kick by Aubrey. That'll bring out Zach.
It's
and
a ting.
The Jets at the 25, and my goodness, what's it like?
No.
In this position already in a pressure cooker, and you're down 7 on the
Who
road
wins,
before you
Cowboys or
take a snap.
Buccaneers?
He knows how big this game
that's
is.
pretty
There's
easy.
so many people wanting to judge him
Pretty
and just
easy.
see if he can handle this type of pressure. And
At least
we're
right
not just
now.
talking about the external pressure inside. It's also the pressure the Cowboys are going to give you. But does that add to it? Being down 7? Yes. But your job, if you're mentally tough, Jim, just play it as if it's 0-0 and make the right play over and over again, regardless of score.
He's got Brees Hall lined up behind him. What a spectacular.
Dimidge, yeah. I mean, right now it's all subs.
They call on him right away.
It's all subs pretty much.
Marcus Lawrence says, step back. Loss
So
of
if it
3.
wasn't for you guys, there wouldn't be any point to me doing this, to be honest.
And Lawrence,
So shout out
still
to you
playing
guys
at an
for
incredibly high level.
being
He's
subscribed,
done it for
'cause,
many years, and right here, after the Jets did an
Sundays
outstanding
are
job
real.
running the football against Buffalo last week, DeMarcus Lawrence takes on Uzama, the tight end, and just shoves him aside.
Second
and
and
makes a play.
14.
Man,
Big
They
defense.
commit you in waves, Jim. They've got so much depth on this defensive line, and they are fast.
2nd and 14. They've got both backs in, including Dalvin Cook, along with Hall. Loss of 4 on that opening play for the Jets. And now staying in the pocket and
Good
completing
throw.
the throw
That's
out to the 30.
Lazard getting in the
there
mix.
to Allen
9 yards for
Lazard.
Lazard. 3rd and 5.
Boy, is that a good
Shout
sign
out
if
to
you're
you,
a
Patty.
Jets
I
fan.
figured you
Your
were
first throw
in the
on
mist.
the road against, a team who literally led the
Much
league
love.
the last 2 years in takeaways, and that hasn't been done since the 72 Steelers.
I agree. YouTube on a roll, suppressing many YouTubers. It's crazy.
That is big for his confidence
It's-
right there.
3rd and 5.
I'm not even going to get into it.
67
We're
takeaways
just going
by
to
that Dallas defensive Dan
do what
Quinn
we
over the
do.
last 2
3rd
years.
and 5.
Amazing.
Shout out to you, Omar.
Parsons, watch him. He's standing up at the top, ready to pounce.
He gets off the ball as fast as anyone.
There he gets it.
Ooh,
It's Parsons. Who takes it
Parsons.
back at the 21.
What a sack. Loss of 7. There is no answer for this man.
You just feel this. Watch the speed. He goes up and under, and nobody does as good a job. Watch this. They line all these guys up so that way they account for all the guys on the offensive line, and now you'd have to pass that off.
Shout
and
out to you, Eric.
communicate on
Much
the
love,
road.
man.
That's difficult because the tackle's not going against him. He's going to move all the way back in through the center.
Benji says, want to talk suppression, all the firearm channels.
Thomas
Well, no,
Morstead.
I mean,
Went to college right
it's
here
not like
at SMU.
I'm not
Long
agreeing
ago,
with you
he's had
there,
a wonderful
but
career.
there's a specific reason why they did this, and we know why.
Clearly beat
Like,
them.
for those other suppressions, it's like you got to kind of guess and try to figure it out. But this one is like
The third
blatant.
was Turpin
It was
makes the
blatant,
third
we
catch.
know
The Jets
why.
defense
And
coming
it
right
sucks.
back onto the field. Parsons
So-
ends that.
Like I said, we got about 4 more days as we take this quick timeout commercial break before this suppression should end. But they don't do it on Mondays. They don't do it on Thursdays. It's only on Sunday, and it's because they're promoting the Sunday ticket so hard. And I'm assuming they're not making the amount of money they thought they would make. That's why they decided to do this. Because if you guys search, whether you put in Dallas live stream, you put in Jets live stream, the only 2 streams that come up is NFL.com, their Sunday ticket ad, and the Chat Sports, which is always there no matter what. But even searches for like Tom's, his live is like suppressed. You can't find his live unless you go to his channel. It's crazy. So like I said, I thought it was just me, but no, it's every other streamer as well. So like I said, we got probably a few more days before this suppression ends, and we'll see. We'll see, ladies and gentlemen. We shall see. Omar says, if anybody watched the Chiefs-Jags game, Jags had so many chances. Oh, yeah. I've seen how many times they had the ball. 100%. I've seen it. Benji says YouTube wants to be a streaming service or a cable company. They forgot what made them big. The little people making content. Exactly. So it's like now they're basically combining YouTube and YouTube TV, which they've always been two separate entities. But hey, they're like, oh, we'll just push them out. But you know how this goes. You know exactly how this goes. Last man and it survives. It's just the reality of it. A lot of those other channels who don't have the patience nor the commitment to it, they'll be gone. And then things will get back to normal. That's how it goes. Shout out to Kathy. Demid says, didn't Dish lose a bunch of money on the season ticket last year? Exactly. So, YouTube thought they were doing something because they picked it up. I promise you they don't have the amount of subscriptions they thought they were going to get. So, it'll be up for grabs again next year. Shout out to Robert. Says, Jay, thank you so much for what you do. Watching from Geneseo. Shout out to you, Robert. Thanks for the support, man. As we get back to it.
Season 47-0 over the opponent. Here they go with their second series. Come out throwing, and again, it's Lamb with his third catch this time for about 4.
What do you think of Drew Brees?
Excellent job getting the ball out of your hands quickly.
I'd probably put Drew Brees in
done that on each drive here, and I'm seeing the
category
footwork
of one of the greats
that they've worked all
without
off
a doubt.
season on. The West Coast system.
Second and
Joe
6.
Montana. Hits there, hits next one, go.
Deuce Vaughn is the running back, and they try him off right guard. The crowd shouts out his name. Deuce maybe got a yard out of that. They go and hurry up. This is, again, up-tempo. The pace is different. Tempo has changed under the stewardship on offense of McCarthy. 3rd and 5 it is. Pass. Took him a while to catch it. That probably cost him the first down. Vaughn able to eventually
Jets
hold
defense.
on to it, but the Jets and Quincy Williams able to hit him on the spot, and that's it for the Cowboys this time round.
It's an excellent pressure by Huff to make Dak get rid of the ball, and really that would have been a first down. You see the closing speed by Williams and Mosley there, and that was an important play right there. And those are the kind of nondescript that come back and haunt you later on if you end up losing the game.
Guess who's back deep for the Jets?
Who?
Xavier Gibson.
Oh, tell me about it.
Man, I don't need to. I think he was
Punt
on just about
is
every
off.
show this week.
Yeah,
and rightfully so.
last week?
Oh, he was something else.
Fair
The
catch at the
65-yard
9.
return. One of the great moments for the Jets in a long, long time to end it against the Bills.
Quick timeout, commercial break. Score 7-0 as the Jets defense now giving Dallas a little taste of their own medicine. They will start at their 10 when we come back. 5 minutes and 31 seconds left in this first quarter. Timeout. Commercial break.
You've got me saying words in my head.
Titans got it done in OT. I seen that, Tactical. Good win. Good win for those Titans. Stats don't lie. Dak is better. Than who? Then who? Shout out to Florida Show. Yeah, I had the Colts for the victory. They did a good job. They did a real good job. Scores around the league. Arizona. I can't believe this. Is Arizona really going to beat the Giants? Fire the whole franchise. San Francisco up 7-3, and Denver up 7-0 against the Commanders. Geared Up says, do you trust people who wear ties for a living? That's funny. DeMids, last I heard is he was in concussion protocol, but I haven't got an update.
When you're coming back around.
Gene Jones, Charlotte, they did an unbelievable job, and it's incredible if you get a chance to come here and see it.
Jets begin this drive at the 10 with Cook. Stutter step to find something. There's not much, but able to.
Forrest says, I don't trust people who don't like dogs.
Maybe Hankins was waiting for him. Well, on Zach Wilson's timeline, 2nd overall pick just a couple of years ago. That rookie season, he got 13 starts. And last year, we got into this with Coach Sala about why they benched him, and he was pretty forward with it last year. And, of course, just
shout out to you,
plays
Nancy.
into the game last week. Comes in for Aaron Rodgers, who's no doubt watching, and we all wish you the very best. Aaron,
2nd and 7.
Return.
Yes.
Handoff. Nice move.
Here's
Cook.
Breaking a couple of tackles.
He'll get 6 yards. It'll be
And
3rd
he's
and
within
1.
a couple of yards of a first. We heard about it so much as Rodgers was upright and going well during camp and everything about how good this is going to be for Zach Wilson, being mentored by him. Did he have enough time with him to make a difference?
He definitely, you can make a difference in a very short amount of time. I think a lot of quarterbacks learn through osmosis sometimes just by being around or seeing, a great quarterback play. But then to have someone really take you under his wing, I think there's a chance
3rd and
that
2.
might show itself and manifest itself this year.
3rd and a short 2, and the Cowboys.
Wow.
He didn't give
Going to
up
be
easily,
just
did he?
short
By Cook, but
as Cook was fighting.
Odigizua was the
They're
one
gonna have to
who
bring
held
out the
and
chains
pushed
on
him
this
back,
one.
And the Jets are denied by a half yard.
Well, and I really think Odigizua, who had 2 sacks last week, has really come on. This is another great football player on this side of the ball for the Cowboys, and that right there just shows you the difference, I think, in Dallas this year and why they're more complete. I thought teams could kind of bully them from time to time in the run game, right? Running up the middle, that's the only Achilles heel they would have. I think they shored that up, going and having Hankins now.
Joe Black says, hey, Jay, I'm sorry I'm late. Did I miss the Jaguars excuses?
I
I didn't make any excuses for the Jaguars.
Do that.
Oh, it's a fake, and up the middle they go.
They faked it, and they'll get the first down.
Wow.
Good fake by the
that?
Jets.
The Jets able to surprise them with Ashton Davis. The up back takes the snap, and Salah goes for a little trickery from his own 19-yard line.
Wow, that shows you he's not scared. This is very aggressive early in the game, and it's a great
Shout
call.
out to Richard.
A lot of times, and special teams coach Brent Boyer,
Crochet, what up,
you're
man?
always coming up with ways to get that first down, but you got to make that call and decision. And if you get the right
Howard
look,
Salah
you go with
is
it.
aggravated now.
Huge moment for New York. That kind
He
of
almost
stops
threw
the
his headset.
momentum of Dallas and gives it back to you.
Up to 23.
Handoff.
The
Hall.
ball on the exchange, but got the Hall in time for him
Gets
to
that
take
edge.
off as Diggs tries to chase
And
him
he'll
out
get
near
9
another
yards,
first.
2nd and 1.
And you see the speed right there. Last week with the 83-yard.
Yeah, sometimes that's what it
long
takes,
run.
Robin.
I mean, you know what's crazy about this Jets team? The speed. He gets in here and then goes, boom. He's got Le'Veon Bell-type patience. And then when he cuts, he's got that burst to run away as he does from Van Der Esch there. But think about this last year. In the draft, Jim, you got Breece Hall. You got Garrett Wilson. You got Sauce Gardner. You had the offensive defensive rookies of the year. And then Breece Hall was probably leading that, and he wasn't the guy.
Here's a 2nd and 1.
Fake. Wilson
looks
throws.
downfield, and that
Incomplete.
was intended for Garrett Wilson.
3rd and 1.
So it'll be 3rd and 1. JB and Coach Cowher have an update for us back in New York.
Giants' defensive woes continue.
Yeah, big time. Josh Dobbs going to run 23 yards right here for the touchdown.
Josh
Arizona
Dobbs
already has
out there
184 yards in the first quarter.
fighting for
They
the
lead
touchdown.
14-0.
Okay.
Back to Jim Nance, Tony Romo, and Tracy Wolfson.
Holy cow. How about that to start the year with the Giants
3rd
down
and 1.
54-0 overall. Here's the 3rd and 1 as the Jets try to go sneak.
Ooh,
That's going to
close.
be short. It was like a half version of the push that the Eagles started, right? It was like, you should probably get up there and push him a little more.
Uzama ended up with the football. Yeah, why don't more time? I know not everyone has Jalen Hurts at quarterback, but the Eagles' short yardage play has been almost unstoppable, and yet not that copied by anybody.
Yeah, I saw a few more teams.
Thank you.
A few.
This year do it, but you're exactly right. It's not just Jalen Hurts, and it's not just the pushing, though. See the splits?
Yeah,
You're able to get inside, and guess who's right involved in that play? Michael Parsons again, but they have it all.
Fourth
the Eagles
and
are
one.
the tightest condensed team to do it.
Are they going to go for it twice in a
row?
row?
Out a couple tricks with it, Jim.
So
hard to copy something unless you know the subtlety of it.
That's a nod to Sirianni.
100%.
And that staff that you admire so much.
Oh, they're going to kick this one.
47 yards with his first punt. This one even better. Backing up Turpin with a flag toss. Turpin with the fair catch at the 9. So that punt traveled 59 yards. Clete Blakeman and his crew down on the field calling this one.
During a kick, holding, receiving team number 26. Penalties half the distance to the goal line. First down, Dallas.
Called on Bland, who had a touchdown return last week. As that Dallas defense and special teams was a big story. 7-0 Cowboys, final minute, first quarter.
More yards and his interception, down at 76. Y'all gonna make this a Allen versus Dak thing for the whole game? Daniel says it's incredibly hard to trust a team with a wide variety of shame. I'm out of real stats. Why don't we do a poll? We'll do a poll and see what happens.
Here at AT&T Stadium here in Arlington. And Tony Romo still holds the stadium record. 506 passing yards in one game 10 years ago against the Broncos.
Wow, that guy was amazing.
I was here to see it.
Oh, wait, that's me.
That's right. You remember that guy.
By the way, that fourth down, them getting the fake punt.
Ball start. Offense number 88. That is half the distance to the goal line. Still first down.
Has created the field position difference, right? I mean, even though they might only get another 10 yards, 8 yards, but right there, all of a sudden, you change the ability to get the field position. Now you got Dallas all the way backed up, and they got to be careful coming out against a defense like this.
So it's a 1st and 12 now for Dallas. Quick
throw, that's going to be caught by Lamb.
CD Lamb spinning and going.
Big play, 33 yards.
Covered up. Biotish fell on it at the end, was knocked out by Sauce Gardner, but the play goes for 32 yards.
I take it back. The Jets got to be worried about them being aggressive coming out. What a great job by Dak Prescott hitting his back foot. and fitting it right between the
Straight
zone,
up, that is not what
holding
that
the
means.
inside defenders, and this is what
It's so
CeeDee Lamb
ridiculous.
does best. He does a lot of things well, Jim, but truly his run after catch and his ability to take off, you're always scared he's going to score.
By the way, that was a fumble, so Biotish all the way down the field for the recovery.
Here we go.
That's a great point.
Now Biotish snaps it back to Prescott, and that'll close
They'll
out
get
the
a
first
couple.
quarter with Pollard up the middle
It'll
for
be
a
second
couple.
down,
That's
and
why
it
you
will end the
hustle,
first
because you never know
quarter.
when that ball's going to come right to you.
7-0 Cowboys after one. Ferguson with the touchdown catch. You're watching the NFL on CBS.
Joe Black says, waiting to see Jay walk through the table and whatever else you said you were going to do if the Chiefs lost. Yeah, I was going to do a backflip into a table, but unfortunately they didn't lose. The Chiefs won, so there you go. If you're going to talk about it, at least remember what I was actually going to do. Shout out to you, Greg. What up, man? What's going on with you, bro? Quick timeout. Commercial break. King Jack says it's not looking good for the Jets. I would agree. Still early. Still early. Dallas up by 7. It's by an artist named KEM. Lazy Love. Ed Ryan says, I know I've been hating on Allen a lot lately, but man, Burrow is looking washed. I think Burrow's going to get his just due roasting this week, as he should. As he should.
Start quarter number 2. The Jets have now gone 9 straight games without a first quarter touchdown. Second and 8 for Dallas. Prescott rolls out and takes the quick throw to Tolbert for a gain of about 6.
Jim, watch this. These are winning plays. Biotish, the center. You have a receiver catch a ball, and you're just going to run behind him just in case. And this is going to the Jets 100%. That ball was a fumble. It's going the other way. But because
who is this Burrow you
maybe
speak
it's
of?
Coach McCarthy, right?
Who is this
Getting
guy?
these guys to do the little things. That's a winning play that makes a difference between winning and losing, and people don't talk about it enough.
Well, like 5
Third
Jets
and 2.
around the football, and Biotish for the
Quick
Cowboys.
throw. That's a
Third and
wide
2.
open
They
Lamb.
go back to Lamb, who is feasting here
And
early.
he'll get 12
with a
yards.
5th catch.
First and 10.
And now Prescott's 10 for 10. Speaking
G
of
Young,
fourth
yeah,
and
I'm
10,
doing
let's
great
go
with my
after our
picks, man.
studio crew with an update.
I'm doing great.
Matthew Stafford taking what the D gives him.
Yeah, 6 yards out. He finds Kyrian Williams right here in the flat. He takes it over. Rams 10, San Francisco 10.
Rams not looking so bad.
So far, the only ones
All
I've been
right, let's
wrong
take it
about
back
is
to Jim
KC.
Yeah, the Rams surprising last
the
week. They ran up
Titans.
at Seattle. First down for Dallas.
And
As
Seattle
Pollard runs behind Biotish.
so far.
And he's got to about the 30. Now
Only
pick
3
up
have been wrong
about
about.
5.
And what a start by Dak Prescott. I mean, best of his career, it just said. And I think that speaks volumes for where this offense is going and how tough they're going to be to defend. Obviously, the first week I told you about you needed to protect the ball and ensure a win. But this is a great start for this football team. It shows you him and McCarthy are in sync.
2nd and 5.
Play
Fakes
fake.
it. Here
Good
comes
throw.
the pass play, and diving first down with Tolbert. Boy, C.J. Mosley almost got to Dak in
Tolbert's
time.
going to be just short to be
He had
third
to
and
unload
one.
it in a hurry, and Tolbert was there.
Well, I got the pressure coming right at you with Mosley.
Are the Giants the new
Top of
Lions?
screen, and Dak hits that back foot and sends the ball right at
That's
the
the
perfect
question.
time.
And now he picks up the first down with the sneak.
And that's going to help Dak Prescott a lot. Some areas, last year leading the league in interceptions, you know, he was even out for a number of games. And I just feel like this is how the game gets simpler. This route, you hit your fifth step, the ball's out. If the ball isn't out as you're hitting that fifth step, you don't hang on that guy. You move right into your hitch, into the next guy. If the ball's not out there, you go one more hitch. If it's not, you run, you move, you throw it away. And I think you're going to make the game simpler over and over again by creating that.
He threw 15 picks last year in the 12 games that he played. First and 10.
Good throw, missed tackle.
Shakes off the tackle and picks up about 3.
Pollard gets 2 yards to be second and 8.
Speaking of injuries, Dak was not in game 2 last year. We were here for the Cincinnati matchup, and it was Cooper Rush who led them to a last-second win over the Bengals week 2 last year. Stream the NFL on CBS Live all season long on Paramount Plus. Try it free at ParamountPlus.com/NFL. So now 12 for 12 is officially the best start of his career.
You see how fast he's getting it out?
And how fast they're going from
And
one
it's
play
gonna
to
be
the next.
another gain
They've
of
got
about
another
a
2
yard for
Pollard.
Pollard. 3rd and 7.
You substitute a guy, someone runs in,
Jets
someone runs
defense
off,
got to
you
get
bring
another
2 in,
stop
and
here.
now watch the speed at which they get in the huddle. The play call's already in. Takes Coach McCarthy about 2 seconds, and he knows he's ahead, right? You're always ahead of the call. What's the possibilities on second and short, or is it going to be third?
G. Young says, no, the
Just
Giants
he
are the
knows it, and he
Giants.
has it,
man.
like, in his repertoire, and that helps everybody.
Still sticking up for him, huh?
It's a 3rd and 7.
3rd and
from the
7.
30.
Here you go. Moving over to 57. That means slide the line. Giannis, you come this way and help block over here.
Pressure. Dak throws. That's caught. First down.
As the catch is made by
Tolbert.
Tolbert, his second on the drive.
A little more pressure early in this game than we see, but watch. He actually said paint 57, which means, Zach, you take him as the extra down lineman, and you 3 on the left. But getting the ball out over and over again under a little bit of pressure, and you see it's a good pressure stunt up front, but that's the footwork and the routes. Great synergy right now.
Tolbert had 2 catches all of his rookie year a year ago. He's got 3 in the first half today. First down handoff. Dowdle manages to fight through it to about the 20.
Great balance by Dallas right now. I mean, this is 13 pass plays, 13 run plays to start the game, and your quarterback has 13 completions. I mean, it's about as good as you can do to start a game. If Vaughn would have not stumbled, he'd actually have started the game perfectly on offense.
2nd and 7. Dowdle remains in the backfield. Pressure, and Aegis takes the incompletion, his first of the game, as Adams came up with the safety blitz.
This is a great job dialing up the blitz. You're going to safety come running in, and he times this perfectly on the outside. And right there wasn't enough time to get the ball to Dowdle on a screen pass. Good job by Tony Adams to time that up.
Cowboys 6 out of 7 on 3rd down.
3rd and 7.
3rd and 7 it is.
Good throw. That's going to be caught.
And Gallup got up. And they said he was not down when he made the catch,
Gallup
so they
is
let him
down,
stretch it
so
out, but he's
3
still 2
yards,
yards short.
4th and 4. It's going to be
You're
short.
gonna see a slant. It's a free safety blitz. You got to give the quarterback, I think he was probably down back a yard or 2.
They're going to go field goal. 4th and 2. They're going to go field goal.
Well, they brought Adams again on that play, and you see he's coming free over and over, and that will be interesting to watch how much Salah's going to keep doing that, because that's not always supposed to come free. But
what a story this is. Their kicker, Brandon Aubrey, the 28-year-old rookie, former professional
Dallas
soccer
kicks.
player.
He's up.
Right out of Plano.
He's good.
Local
And they go up by
kid.
10-0.
And boy, he makes that look easy. Drills it.
All right, 9 minutes, 10 seconds left in the second quarter as we take a quick timeout. Commercial break. Jets trying to get Ryan Leaf out of retirement. Jags could not score in the red zone. That's the problem. They couldn't get a touchdown. They should have ran more. What's up, Ira? What's going on with you today? Jets should have started Kaepernick. At least he's 1-0, right? Robert Salah said it's Zach Wilson's team, so hey. Brent Lloyd, how about them boys? They're playing strong. I had them by a touchdown for my prediction. I had them by a touchdown.
Have just tacked on a field goal after going 78 yards in 14 plays. This kid Aubrey graduated from Notre Dame, was a soccer star for the Fighting Irish, and went in the first round of the MLS draft in 2017 to the Toronto Football Club and took up an interest in kicking a football and changed sports. By the way, let's take a look at Next Gen Stat, powered by AWS.
Well, you're seeing the evolution of Micah Parsons. Last week he lined up inside as much as he's ever done in his career, and you're seeing the ability to get these other guys one-on-one on the outside, and they use that speed, and they come at you in a way. If you saw today, we're going to line him out there, and now he's going to go all the way back inside. And this is why Dan Quinn, this defensive coordinator, is as respected and doing as well as any coordinator in the National Football League on either side of the ball. What a steal for Jerry to keep him the last 2 years.
Here's a first down pass play, and it is dropped. There was pressure coming from Parsons again. And Wilson got decked by Micah afterwards.
And this is a screen pass, so it's not the worst thing for Brown to allow him to get back there. You want to kind of slow him a little more than that, but this is the same as last week. I mean, Micah Parsons almost sacked the quarterback last week on a screen. Daniel Jones, he almost did it again here, and it's like, you know how fast you have to get back there?
He has finished second as the NFL Defensive Player of the Year the last 2 years, second in the voting.
I think that's
second and 10.
Yeah. Second and 10. Paul able to escape a quick hit and take it just across the 30. And now the Jets will go for 3rd and 5. They picked up only 1 first down in this game, and that came on the fake punt.
Well, they're not going to fake punt here on this 3rd down.
No, I don't think so.
That was 4th down anyway, but what patience by this back. I mean, he's really something. I mean, just unique.
3rd and 5.
Coordinator Nathaniel Hackett comes over after head coach of being Denver last year and thought he was going to have Aaron Rodgers in a 3rd and 5 in this game. Instead, he's got Zach Wilson. We'll see what he dials up for him.
Got Garrett Wilson at the bottom with Diggs
Wilson,
on him.
pressured, quick throw.
And it's incomplete.
Too much fire, incomplete.
That was Jordan Lewis on the coverage of Randall Cobb.
And this is on Randall Cobb. Good job stepping up by Zach Wilson, but Randall Cobb moved upfield right at the end.
Parsons a little shaken up.
Parsons
Going
looks
around
like
Dwayne
to
Brown.
possibly be
Yeah,
injured.
a little.
Yeah, some
That happens when you
friendly
get
fire
two
there.
fast
Lawrence
guys. Yeah,
got him low.
so many hits. You're down on that field, you see those things, and these guys are going 100 miles an hour out there. That's why everyone's sore on Monday, even if you don't get injured.
Morstead with his third punt. He's had 2 beauties so far. Turpin with a late signal and makes the catch at the 22 with Hardy right on top of him, ready to hit.
All right, another quick timeout. 8 minutes, 16 seconds left in the second quarter. Score is 10-0. Timeout.
Makes me feel like I can't breathe. It ain't right, right, it ain't right, right, it ain't right. Oh no, it ain't right, right, it ain't right, right, it ain't right. Oh no, all in me, right, it right, all in me, all in me, all in me, you're calling my phone. I'm being patient, but I'm all alone. Staying faithful and I'll never know when you're coming back around. When you're coming back around, you got me all in my feelings. Like I could
Yeah, Rick.
without you
Already know that.
next to me. It's the way that you look at me. Makes me feel like I can't breathe. It ain't right, right, it ain't right, right, ain't right. It ain't right, right, it ain't right, right, it ain't right. You're calling my phone. I'm being patient, but I'm all alone. Staying faithful and I'll never know when you're coming back around.
Rodgers on one leg better than Zach. Shout out to TBE for the $2 super chat. Just keep your head up. It's a long season.
Keep your
Yes,
head up,
sir.
it's a long season.
Makes me feel like I can't breathe.
Shout out to you, TBE. Thank you for the support, my friend. That is a fact. It's a long season.
The official pizza sponsor of the NFL. Pizza Pizza. Miller Lite. Great taste, 96 calories. Tastes like Miller time. And by the U.S. Army. Be all you can be.
I was saying heading into the break that Parsons appeared to be okay. For the record, during that 2-minute break, they didn't even have anyone from their medical staff look at him. So took a little leg whip from his teammate Lawrence, but
I mean,
he's going to be fine.
think about the start. 40-0. This defense didn't give up a point. They've given up 13 plays, averaging 2 yards a play.
Hand off. That'll be Pollard for 2 yards on the
Again
run.
to Pollard for
Second
a
and 8.
couple of yards. Yeah, they've had the opponents now. I'm talking about the Cowboys. 15 drives by the opponents without any results.
it's a rarity in a game that's supposed to be about offenses that has taken off. This season, though, you called it last week, a lot of defense. Defenses are catching up in a lot of ways.
Second and 8. Play action.
Quick
Down
pass
the
to
middle.
Gallup.
Tipped and complete. Going for Gallup.
Incomplete. In traffic.
Dak got away with one here. This is thrown into coverage.
3rd and 8. That could have been picked off.
And Gallup takes a big hit right at the end.
It's lucky that ball went the other direction.
Jerry Jones visiting with Taylor Sheridan, the co-creator of Yellowstone, which premieres on CBS tonight. His show, experience the television phenomenon from the very first episode. Watch Yellowstone on
Jerry
CBS.
having a
starting
good old
tonight
time in the
after
press
60
box.
minutes. All part of CBS Fall.
3rd and 8.
3rd and 8.
Dak
Deep
throws deep.
Down the field they go, and that is well covered up by DJ Reed.
That's incomplete.
He was running step for
4th
step
and 8.
with Jalen Tolbert.
Tolbert's got some juice, and you'll see a great job. It's a stop and then go, and DJ Reed does not fall for it and still keeps up the speed and doesn't let Tolbert run around him. And I think really going into this game, I was really impressed because we all know about Sauce Gardner and how great he is. But I looked on the tape, and DJ Reed is also playing at a very high level.
So Gibson again, waiting for a chance to return. Second punt for Anger. His first went 50. Bouncing around. Here's Gibson. From the 25. Nothing there this time as he's hammered
And
back.
it'll go down to 30.
Gibson, who's raised right here in Dallas at Woodrow Wilson High School.
Ryan says Dak has the worst deep ball in football.
Now can the Jets muster something on their next series? Halfway through the second. We'll
Thought
find
you were
out in
going to
a
say in
moment.
history.
We love our house. The outdoors.
Quick timeout commercial break. Score is 10-0. Things have definitely came to a crawl offensively as both defenses crushing it right now. 10-0. 7 minutes, 21 seconds left in the second quarter. Base player says, don't let the Jets hang around. I agree. I definitely agree. Wow. Broncos blowing out the Commanders 21-3. Arizona 17-0. So Giants are just self-destructing, right? That's what's going on? Giants don't care about football anymore? That's what's going on, right? 49ers and Rams tied up 10 apiece for right now.
Says it right. See if things can change now.
All right, here we go. First and 10 for
From
these
the 32.
Jets. Fake to Cook. Throws to the middle. That's going to be caught. Plenty of space. This is going to be a touchdown. Wilson. Wilson to Wilson.
And wow, what a shot. Right to the guy who you should have went to on the third down previously. What a throw. This gets you back in it and makes up for a lot right
That makes
away.
things
We
interesting.
saw them during the timeout talking. Wilson to Wilson, and they come right out and go with it.
And this is where Dallas
Very
is
good
so
pass
aggressive on the back
by
end.
Zach
They play
Wilson.
man-to-man coverage so much, and this guy eats man coverage up. And you see it's really not bad defense.
Yeah,
It's just
what
a bad
was
angle
Diggs
by
doing?
Hooker, 28. And when you're going to play lower as a free safety,
Did he have a
you
donut
better
before the
be in on
game?
that tackle, because if he gets by you, he's gone. And
Why was he so
like that,
slow?
the Jets are in this.
Wow, 68 yards, career long for Garrett Wilson. An extra point. by
3-point
Seibert
game.
is good.
10-7.
Wow, they teamed up on the sideline and came up with that one. Drew it up. Back in 30.
Eric says, and halfway through the game, the Jets have finally lifted off of the runway. You guys. Or are the Jets ready for takeoff now? No, I mean, I definitely didn't expect Diggs to get cooked like that. That's not normal. But yeah, Jets get the touchdown. 3-point game.
Cowboy defense got beat. Boy, did that pass have some heat on it.
Take a look what happened before, Jim.
Yeah, this is what we were mentioning during the previous break. The two of them were
This
setting it up.
This was before. Well, what he's saying is on third down, I'm open. Stick with me. It's man-to-man. If you just ride me, I will get it. He goes, I will start to throw you the ball. He goes, I'm telling you, trust me. It's like shooting a jump shot. Really? Like a jump shot? I mean, maybe a little bit further, but you can do it. Yeah, you're right. Okay.
How about that? Wilson to Wilson last year. Never connected on a touchdown pass. And now they have 2 connections for scores in the first 6 quarters of this season.
Well, I think last week's was incredible. It was a fade that really he might be the only one who could catch it and make that catch that he did. Very well.
Shout out to you, Jeff King.
Is the way that I think you got to design and play. You got to remember Nathaniel Hackett.
Yeah, it's
in 2000. Actually, Jim, give us the Verizon halftime.
Well,
it's tough.
It's coming up, Tom.
It's tough. I have no control over what's
for it to
going
get here,
on.
the
And
Verizon halftime report.
like I said, it's not
For
just
JB,
me.
Phil,
That's
Nate
the
Boomer,
crazy
Coach
thing
Bauer.
about it.
Scores and highlights coming up on the Verizon
But
halftime
hopefully
report.
it should
Back
be
to you.
fixed
What do you
soon.
say?
Like
I
I
just
said,
think
probably
that's how
got a
you
few
have
more
to play.
days.
Play action, right? Run the football, play action, screen. But
things
if you
should be
can
back to
get
normal.
these one-man routes, two-man routes on the outside, and let them go to work, teams are going to come down and play you in man coverage.
Shout out to you,
single
though,
high.
Jeff.
That's going
Much
to give
love, man.
opportunities. It's
Bills
easy when
Mafia
your
got the
quarterback
W
can
today,
get
though. I
that
should
ball.
be
Look at one guy
putting a
check it
smile
down
on your
and-
face.
We'll see if that carries over that to the defense as Michael Carter covers up that to Dowdle or Vaughn. Vaughn right away pushed back.
Man, that was a late hit.
You gotta
Flag
remember,
or
in
refs let it
2017,
go.
Nathaniel Hackett was the
I was
offensive
expecting a
coordinator.
flag.
We did the game with the Jaguars. They went to the AFC title game with Blake Bortles, who had a fantastic season that year. But in some ways, this team is built structurally like that. Great defense, so he knows how to play small ball and get the quarterback one-on-one opportunities outside, and showed it there.
2nd and 9.
They came back after going to that AFC Championship game with a 10-point lead, by the way, in the 4th quarter before losing. Here's Prescott, 2nd and 9.
Prescott throws. What a catch.
And he holds on Lamb at the 46. Tumble
Brought
by
it
Tony
down,
Adams.
gets hit hard.
Wow.
20
This
yards,
was an
CD Lamb.
incredible catch. And I don't think people realize how difficult knowing right
Yeah,
here.
I mean,
he
that's
knows
not
his
a-
free safety's coming over.
It's not a fun situation to be in,
to hang on to it.
knowing you're going to take the hit and
really
your
get-
quarterback setting you
I
up
mean,
for
that's-
it.
He's so good, Jim. They put him inside. He's inside, outside, but that's where he's the most dangerous.
Adams, who delivered the hit, is the one who's shaken up.
He didn't think that was going to happen. You'd figure.
It'd be the other way around.
Uh-huh.
As Lamb goes to now 99 yards on 6 catches.
It was a great
Need
strike.
to replicate it for the duration?
Dak
Yes.
Prescott a little high. Your
Yes.
teammate, but it was also right in rhythm.
Adams able to run it off to the sideline.
Allen needs to go into every game like that, not making mistakes.
6 targets,
He
6
played
catches,
smart.
3 of them for
Played
20
smart today.
plus.
Is that efficient or no?
Amos comes into the secondary, replacing Adams.
Good throw on a screen.
Who else? Lamb goes over 100.
Lamb for 7 yards.
With wide receiver screen.
This is Mike McCarthy special right there. Go ahead, watch. See, Lamb, you're going to go ahead and chip the defensive end and just stand there. Just unique ways to get him the ball. Impressive.
2nd and 3. Watch out.
Oh, that was almost picked off. That would have been a pick
To the
6. He
end zone,
dropped
and
it.
He is just sick about it.
I mean,
Wow.
this was a great read by him, and that would have gone to the end zone.
Gardner almost with the
Yeah.
pick 6.
Daylight
He
all
would
the
have
way.
taken that
Watch
home.
this. Dak
And he
knows
just
it right
dropped
at the end.
it.
He tries to throw it high. He should have caught that, actually. Wow, it looked like it was a
3rd
little further
and
away.
3.
And that is a ball hawk. And he doesn't come down with it. Wow. I mean, could you imagine the Jets could have just taken the lead right there?
Just like that.
It was like 5 plays, just completely switched.
3rd and 3.
Good pass to Turpin. It's going to be a first down.
At the 38.
All because
Amos,
he
just
dropped
came in,
that
makes the
pick.
tackle.
Wow.
Huff almost broke up and disrupted the play.
I want you to watch Huff. I love this guy. He's come on. They've got depth everywhere, but this young player is showing his future is really bright, and a great job by Dak Prescott standing in.
Prescott able to unload it. Incomplete.
Throw
First
incomplete.
time that Lamb's targeted without
2nd and
a
10.
completion.
Yeah, this is what makes the Cowboys so difficult, just how many different ways they use CD Lamb last week. You know, last year he went in motion a lot and he got the ball. Last week they used him in motion a lot and didn't give him the ball, and so they're using him as a blocker, a motion guy, line up in the slot outside, and it's just hard to double team a guy like that, Jim.
Look at that. He's got more than half of the Cowboy total yardage, which is just over 200 for the game.
He's the guy you come in the game to stop in the passing game.
2nd and 10. Going with the screen.
Another pass on the screen.
It's Vaughn.
And Deuce Vaughn flips for the first down.
And everyone knows about Deuce. He's got some electricity in him, and you see right there that burst. The Deuce is loose.
Yeah, he's bringing some juice. Look at this.
Oh, must have had. You know the story on him.
Got ties to the Cowboy scouting department.
Father's in the scouting department, and he was crying the day he was drafted. What a great moment for the dad, and to make the football team on top of it, and then to get playing time, and then to show that ability.
Rookie out of Kansas State gets the call.
Big run.
Talk about Deuce on the loose. He's to the 13.
13 yards, 1st and 10 now at the 14.
Really hard. They run it inside, outside. This is diverse a running game. You'll see he just beats Tolbert to the outside, and really New York was a gap off, and that's just the speed to the edge, and this is a difficult offense to go against. I'm impressed. Mike Solari, the longtime offensive line coach, is really good, Jim.
They go with him again.
He was here with Tom Landry.
Oh, you're talking about somebody that
Solari, yeah, the old line coach for the Cowboys.
Deep history around this league. Comes back to Dallas. To think that he has that tie. Speaking of juice, we were talking about Solari with Dak Prescott. He says he acts like he's 30. He brings a lot of juice. That's what he said.
Well, you saw Tyler Biadasz run down and get that fumble. That's part of that is himself and doing the right thing, but that's coaching as well.
2nd and 7.
You see the diversity in the run game. They do everything. That's because the guy's seen it all.
2nd and 7. Pollard back in the game. They're going to throw it to him. Able to catch it.
Good
get
defense.
Right
wraps
back
up Pollard
by
for no
Whitehead,
gain.
Who had that
3rd
remarkable
and 7.
interception night on Monday.
Yeah, that was incredible. I mean, anytime the ball was in his area, he would come down with it right away, and then he made.
Shout out to
plays
Purple
as
Year.
well. It's
Rodgers
not
got
just
paid
that it was coming to him.
$75
He
million
actually
for
went and got it.
4 snaps.
You know, I am impressed with how fast Dak Prescott is checking the ball down, getting through his reads, because they're still getting some pressure up around him. But he's taking that on and getting it out, showing off the footwork.
He's got 3rd and 7 from the 11.
Another motion by CeeDee Lamb.
Pressure. Quick throw. High.
And the ball comes out
Incomplete.
Didn't take it to the ground.
Yeah, but
This
this
will
could be
lead to a
penalty.
field goal.
Did they go low?
Franklin Myers, I think, might be flagged for it.
Yeah, it's either a hold on the O-line or he went into the quarterback low.
There's a flag. Here we go.
Personal foul, roughing the passer.
Oh, wow.
91. Penalties half the distance to the goal line.
Got saved.
This is interesting. You can't go low on a quarterback, but if you get pushed in, or you're
Looked like he
leveraged
got
and it
dragged
looks like-
down.
That's a tough one. That's right.
got
in between,
dragged
Jim, 'cause
down.
You're almost falling down, right?
Yeah, you can make a case, too, that Steele kind of threw him in that direction
Yeah.
a little bit. But it's a 1st and goal after that call.
I mean, he just bull rushed Steele, and that's not easy to do. He's a big man.
Just outside the 5-yard line. Pollard with the handle.
Pollard takes a big hit at
Jets
the end.
defense
Loss of a yard, 2nd and goal.
Contained him so far in this game. 10 rushes for only
Robert
24
says
yards.
that's unbelievable,
That's one of
right,
the two
Jay?
keys I thought going
75
into the
million,
game,
yeah.
right? I talked about the play of
Listen,
Zach
that's what
Wilson.
contracts
The
are
second one is
for.
Red zone by the
I
Dallas
get paid
offense.
whether I'm hurt or not.
Number 1 in the league.
75
Last year
million.
going against one of the top 5 defenses in the red zone, and strength on strength. Whoever wins these battles has a
2nd
great
and goal.
chance of winning this game.
Yeah, there we go.
Here's the 2nd and goal. Prescott.
Prescott in
Finds
trouble.
time, and he
Gets
goes
tripped
down.
up. He goes down. That's a
What
loss of
play
about
back
6.
At the 13-yard line by Solomon Thomas.
Wow, they come at you in
Thomas
waves,
with
and
the
what
sack.
a huge play if you're a Jets fan. Winning the red zone areas so far.
2-minute warning.
All right, 2-minute warning, ladies and gentlemen. Scores 10-7. 3rd and goal at the 13. Timeout. Rams are up 17-10, but the 49ers are at the 1, first and goal, threatening to score with 11 seconds. So it's a great game over there. Arizona's up 20-0 at the half. Shout out to Mr. Fulton. Congratulations, man. I probably let someone cut my Achilles for $75 million. You really want to go through that pain? You can't walk, you can't do anything for at least a good year. Got to go through rehab and recover. Lose a year of your life. A lot can happen in a year, man. I don't know if it's worth it. I don't know. Back at it says for $75 million, yes. What's the point of having $75 million? You can't enjoy it.
CBS is sponsored by James Hardy. Choose beauty and protection with Hardy Siding. And by Subway Series Deli Heroes. Now with fresh sliced meats.
I tore my Achilles tendon. It ain't no fun. That's what I'm
Prescott
saying.
has
Like,
just been sacked for the first time this year. We come out of the 2-minute warning.
who wants to be
The
miserable
Cowboys
for a
face
year?
3rd and goal at the Jets
just for
13.
some money.
Watch this, Jim. You got
3rd and goal.
linebacker up in there. Him. You come after him. They do with one.
To the end zone.
Throw incomplete, and of course it's going to be a flag. It's on the defense. Pass
Penalty
interference.
marker is thrown.
I can't believe I did not expect the Jets to come
Yeah.
after him and play man-to-man and give them an opportunity to make this throw. I mean, you have the whole field there.
You all right,
it was
Ryan?
really not a great throw by Dak, but
Pass
perfect.
interference, defense, number 1. Excuse me, number 26. The ball we place at the 1-yard line, first down.
$75 million with a year vacation laying down. But he's not going to be in the
You'll
Bahamas.
see the one-on-one.
Like, he's still got to show up to, like,
It's
you know,
Eccles.
for the team and stuff. He's not just
And right there,
taking
you're
a
gonna
year
get called
off.
for that all day, but boy, that's surprising.
He's still got to do, like, you know, team stuff.
Here's 1st and goal, and he's got it.
And that's a touchdown, but there's another flag.
This one to the rookie tight end, Schoonmaker.
It's a great play design. We're going to find out if it's a hold or if someone picks someone.
Robert
because
says money blinds
to me,
people a lot,
everything looked
Jay.
clean.
Health
If
is
you're
more
the
important.
Cowboys, I think
That's what I'm
it was a
saying.
hold on 52 for the Jets.
So who's the flag on? A lot of discussion here.
Iguavan would be the one if it's on Iguavan.
Yeah, it'd be 52 Iguavan if it is,
The
but
touchdown would hold up for another tight end touchdown.
oh, they're going to talk to the Cowboys side, which means there's a chance there's 2 penalties. And I think he's going to say we'll take the touchdown.
Oh, obviously.
Possibly add something on after for the kickoff.
There are 2 fouls against the defense on the play. Holding, number 52, that penalty declined. Personal foul, roughing the passer, number 72. Giles has elected to enforce that penalty from the PAT, so they'll go from the 2 to the 1-yard line and try the try.
Wow.
Interesting. They're
Protect
gonna
the
go with
quarterback
2 here.
at all
Luke
costs.
Schoonmaker,
You guys
your
can
first
blame
NFL
Tom Brady for that.
reception goes for a touchdown. There's the roughing
So
call.
touchdown
Roughing
for the
quarterback
Cowboys.
on Clemens.
Yeah, there's been some bang-bang calls that if you're a Jets fan, you're not excited about. But Dak standing in, thanking the Lord and being excited. And I'll tell you right there, that's a great play design.
And they're going to go for
Coach
2.
McCarthy. Get someone wide open. This is huge right here.
And they'll take it to the 1 off the penalty and go for the 2. He's tripped after taking the snap.
And they'll get it.
And Pollard converts.
Matty T says, y'all tripping. I'd amputate my leg for $75 million.
And what a shock. Zach Martin, the right guard. If they're in 4th and short.
I mean, hey, listen, if you want to lose a body part for some money,
Dallas with a great drive.
And then you got to look down and stare at that half leg and your nub and be satisfied that you made that decision. You got to wake up and put on that prosthetic leg and realize that you sold out. And now you can't walk normal. You got to clean that nub every day. When you cut off that leg, like, other things become more difficult, right? That's $75 million nub. Shout out to Jeff. Says money's not everything. I can say that because I have it. Don't say it to be pompous or arrogant. Just a fact. The money don't do anything for me. When I battled cancer, cancer didn't give a care about my money. Shout out to you, Jeff. Much love, man. You already know. You already know. They say it now, but as soon as half that leg's gone, I guarantee you the whole feeling changes. Because you're going to spend that money, especially if you never had money. If somebody just dropped $75 million in your lap and you never had money before, I guarantee you'll be broke in 2 years. Guarantee it. Banking on money? These must be young folk. Exactly, yo. Shout out to Jeff King. See how much play you get with the ladies with that stump. Hey, if I had half a leg, I'd still love you. You help me put my prosthetic leg on every day.
Studebaker was taken in the draft in the 2nd round out of Michigan. Didn't have a catch last week, but gets his first catch, and it goes for a touch. By the way, that gives
Zach Wilson
Prescott
needs a big
now
play. We'll see.
Completions
In the next 2 minutes
Zach
for
Wilson
halftime.
is 2 for 5, 21 to 2. Of course, the last throw by Zach went for the 68-yard touchdown.
Bob says this talk may not be that funny to some people in the chat. First off, if you over here, you most likely rock with me the long way.
Their foundations
And,
suicide prevention
you know, I care about everybody. And we sit here and make jokes about everybody. So if you feel some kind of way about these jokes, say it now in the chat or forever hold your peace.
To free around-the-clock mental health and crisis support for individuals in need. To take action for you or your loved ones, go to mentalhealthishealth.us.
1st and 10.
1:52 to go in the
Big
half.
throw. That's going to be caught by Conklin. He'll get 8 yards.
About 8 to Conklin.
This is a huge moment right here. So we haven't seen a ton of this on the road against
Ryan,
a
you
great defense,
silly, bro.
but you just came off some big momentum for yourself, right? That's the biggest throw maybe he said, and maybe ever in the National Football League, but it's hard to say that when you win some other games.
That pass caught. What a job by Carter to hold on as Vander Esch pops him pretty good.
But you know Aaron runs these a certain way, and so you're now trying to make it your own and see how fast he can go, get to the right play, protect the football. But these are the times you have chances to get a big play that can be soft, check it down, and then throw it behind him.
Parsons was coming in, but
throw that's going to be caught.
To Conklin. So they come right
Another
out,
6
3
yards
quick
for
completions, and the Jets now take their first time out at 107.
Nah, I don't think they're going to take it yet.
Ryan, what is
Usually
wrong
wait
with
till
you,
under a
bro?
minute. Yeah,
Ryan's
they look
on
like
one
they're
today.
I thought I saw a signal from the sideline. You're right. They're going to run it down.
Second and
Right
4.
here, it's like just keep taking what they're giving you. You're going to see them get a little bit tighter as you get around the 50 and past.
Second and 4.
Wilson has time.
Feeling the pressure, he rolls out.
Rolls out,
Now
and he's just going to
Lawrence
keep it
there.
and then run.
Shoved out.
He'll be
Maybe
just
got back
short of
to
the first down, third and
line
1.
of scrimmage. It'll go as a sack for the Cowboys.
Yeah, it was an excellent job, though. Right there, I want him to make that decision a second sooner, right? He's
That's a
looking,
hard no,
looking,
Ryan.
looking.
That is a hard no.
And he did a good job
Hard
of
no,
moving,
sir.
but it has to happen quicker.
Seibert, their new kicker, might get a call here. It's 3rd and 1.
Right here, you've got multiple options. You can hand it off. You've got
So
3
Austin
timeouts.
signed with
You've
the
got
Jets
all the time in the
just
world.
a few days
but
ago.
You cannot put your team in a position to go to 4th and 1 and have to make that call. Right now, I would hand the ball off. They're a little light on the left side.
3rd and 1.
And
Handoff.
they go to the left side.
And
Tony.
there it is.
As
First
Carter
down
picks up the
for the
first down.
Jets.
Now you
45
can
seconds
feel.
on the
Now
clock.
use the timeout.
They're going to call a quick timeout.
A perfect start to the drive. Taking what they give you, and now you're in position to be aggressive.
Back in 30 seconds after this from Lowe's.
We have a good day today. We're gonna have a real
30 seconds out. You guys are ridiculous in the chat right now. Shout out to Ryan Devlin for all you mentioned. The British Broadcasting Channel. You must really love that station for some reason. Shout out to the British Broadcasting Channel members. I am one. I am one. Oh, let's get back to it.
Jets putting a little something together here in the last 2 minutes. Now with just 45 seconds to go. They've driven the football to the Cowboy 49-yard line. And 1st and 10 with 2 timeouts.
You got to watch it over here.
First and 10.
Parsons here. He's down this part. He's going to go ahead and do a stunt.
We goose. We goose.
Cowboys coming after him.
Wilson's going to keep it. Stays on his feet, and he's going to run, get the first down.
But a good scramble by Zach Wilson and another
call a
timeout
quick timeout.
called by the Jets.
This is what you should do. They play a ton of man-to-man
Matty
coverage.
T, yeah, man.
Use your legs.
We got a few more days of
Coming
this
up, the
before it
Verizon
hopefully
halftime
should
report.
change.
JB, Phil,
Hopefully.
Nate, Boomer, Coach Cowher, all the stories from a very power-packed 1 o'clock lineup of games, including Kansas City over Jacksonville. Baltimore dropped Cincinnati to 0-2. Second straight year the Bengals are 0-2, and all the other stories coming up on the Verizon halftime report. What do you think they do here, Tony, with 38 seconds to go?
38 seconds. You're inside the 40-yard and field goal range. No sacks. You ensure the 3 points. Get it to a one-possession game, but ultimately you have all the time in the world. They're going to play normal defense. You got a shot to take.
I think they may get a
downfield
touchdown
throw
out of this
one-on-one
drive.
with your top player if you want it.
Zach
To me,
Wilson's getting
no
some
sacks
confidence
is the
out
most
of nowhere.
important thing.
Here's Wilson.
Wilson. He's going to keep it again and run again.
Picking up
Puts
big
on the
yardage.
Jets
He
and
just
slides.
A moment ago had a 12-yard rush, the longest of the day run that
30
is for the
seconds,
Jets for
quick
12. This one went
timeout.
for 16 more.
It's
When you're
first
in
and 10
man-to-man
after
coverage,
20,
you
so
check
now you
your
got to go
back.
to the
This
air.
is huge that they're figuring
You
this
got to
out.
go to the air now. If you got this
Timeout.
confidence,
Jets,
you got to
and we
throw
go
it to
down
the
to
end
Tracy.
zone.
Jim, a few defensive injuries to keep
go
an eye
Wilson
on for the
again.
Jets.
Wilson and
Safety
Wilson
Tony
combo.
Adams dealing with a hamstring. Nickelback Michael Carter, the second in the locker room with a left elbow injury. Safety Jordan Whitehead, he limped off, pointing to his calf. He was in the blue tent for a while. And as for the Cowboys, left guard Chuma Edoga in for Tyler Smith, came off holding his elbow. He is getting x-rays right now.
Okay, Tracy. The Jets
Shout
are
out
out of
to you,
timeouts,
Richard.
but they've
Let's go.
advanced it all the way to the Dallas 21.
Now it gets a little bit tighter, right? No timeouts. You still have multiple plays. You can throw the ball inside. This is a man-to-man team. If they bail out and go cover 2, check the ball down. If these guys go out wide, you check it down in the middle of the field. If they come down lower, take your shot.
Wilson keeps again, and he's going to run
for the third
again.
straight play, and he gets hammered high, but
Takes a hit.
they'll have to hurry
Gotta
now.
hurry up.
That
Get
was
up.
Curse who hit him.
Aaron Rodgers,
See, you should have went for the air to the air now instead of that run.
He'd clock the ball.
Here we go, son.
That's what he does.
Spikes it. 12 seconds left. Now you have to do
So
it.
16-yard line.
Should have caught him off guard the
12
last play.
seconds left.
Not worth the run on the last play. You saw the guy come down when I circled him, Jim, the safety. When he comes down, that means you have stuff down the field on the outside one-on-one, and you have the ability to get multiple shots to the end zone. Now you're in trouble. 12 seconds. You got to work out of bounds, get it 5-10 yard out as quick as you can, or to the end zone, obviously. But
2
to
plays
me,
tops,
if you throw
exactly,
this ball
Richard.
inbounds, you cannot clock it. If you run short, you cannot.
He's got to go
clock
to
it.
the end zone.
You have to
You
get
can't
up
throw short.
and snap the ball.
From here, it'd be only a 34-yard field goal if there's an incompletion. Here's Wilson. Throws, wobbler, and almost intercepted by Diggs.
Incomplete.
And they'll probably, they're going to bring out Seibert.
And this was a great job at DeMarcus Lawrence. He hits his arm. Otherwise, this is a touchdown.
Oh, yeah, he did.
This was a great route by Garrett Wilson.
You should have did that
And
on the
DeMarcus
last
Lawrence
play.
Saves a touchdown. You see those two guys not guarding someone? That's Garrett Wilson in the corner of the end zone. And he had him.
Seibert, who was drafted into the league by the Cleveland Browns. He's 80% on his career in 55 attempts. 34
Field goal
yards
is
out,
up. It is
and
good.
The replacement for Greg Zuerlein at the
And
last
there you go,
moment.
Jets.
One of 4 kickers who auditioned.
Get the field goal. Scores
this week,
18 to
with Zuerlein
10.
out with a quad injury. There is Greg, former Cowboy kicker as well. They put 3 on the board, Tony. How vital
Still
was
a
that?
one-score
It
game.
was huge. I mean, to go and get the 3 points is big, but also huge for Dallas not to give up the touchdown. I want you to watch, Jim. Down at the bottom, Garrett Wilson on this route. It's going to be a wonderful route. Right here, he's about to throw this ball, and he's going to come out and really shake Diggs on the play. And that's going to be a touchdown. That's wide open in the NFL. And you see Garrett is upset. Watch this move.
Nice move.
Oh, yeah.
That's a
He had him.
touchdown.
He
Wow.
He just juked Diggs right there. And
Wow, that's a
Garrett
touchdown.
Wilson's so hard to cover. I think he is exceptional. And right now you see a smile on his face. These two, they've been waiting to get that connection. They had a really good first half. That did
Wow,
not start out
49ers
very
and
well,
Rams
but
tied up at the half,
protected the
17
football,
apiece.
5 of 10, 94 yards and a touchdown.
Denver's up
Zach just said to
21-11.
him, man, I saw you. I had it, but I got hit in the arm. Ball picked up and swallowed up just to be safe by Lipke, their fullback. And just 1 second to go before the intermission.
And really, I would say both teams feel pretty good, right? Like New York,
Well,
looked like they
Jets-
were about to get blown
Yeah, this
out.
game's
Jets
far
gotta
from
feel like,
over.
hey,
I mean,
they've
right now the
outsnapped
Jets are keeping
by
it within
20
reach.
snaps, and it's a 1-score game.
There was one time you looked down, I think you said, like, after they scored, it was 10-7. There's like 44 plays to like 13.
It really was.
And it was like you're never in a ball game.
Yeah, it does.
Unless
It definitely feels very similar to the Bills game, to be honest. The Jets are right there. So we'll take it to the half, 18-10. Quick commercial break, and I'll be back.
I'm the greatest. Who am I? I'm getting paid. Who am I? I'm so flagrant. Who am I? I'm the greatest. Who am I? I'm getting paid. Who am I? I'm so flagrant. I'm running the race and I'm faster than them. Yeah, yeah. All of the trash, forget them. I'm running the race and I'm faster than them. Yeah, yeah. All of the trash, forget them.
Today, but he's making it look easy.
You've just passed the audition for Dancing with the Stars. Let's go down to Tracy.
I doubt that.
Coach, what a first half by Dak. What are you doing play calling wise? What is he doing against this defense to be so successful?
This is a game we wanted to play. We wanted to get as many cracks as guys. A lot of respect for their front. So running the ball at them, completions. We hit a couple big plays. The big thing, Tracy, is also we just got to contain their quarterback. He got out on us with some rush lane discipline. So.
Thanks a lot.
All right, thank you.
Well, in that first half, Wilson was 5 for 10, 94 yards, and the touchdown, 68 of the 94 coming on the one play. He also ran it, leading rusher by quite a bit, 42 yards on 6 rushes, and he's dancing around now. Sidearmed it, had to improvise, and just had a lot of heat on it, too much.
Yeah, that was actually a pretty good job by him doing that, and you'll watch the first half comparison. Dak, one of his best first halves of his career by certain metrics and standards, and those are big words for me, so I pulled that off. But that's really high completion percentage, and like I talked about with the footwork, it all goes together. And some of those, I think he wouldn't have quite got to that guy there, except for his footwork says it's not there. Move to the next guy. Next guy, boom. You get hit, balls to him.
Well, when you major at Eastern Illinois in metrics and standards, you should know. Here's 2nd and 10. And the Cowboys back him up for a loss of 2.
Metric PhD.
That's right.
That worked too.
Micah Parsons with that tackle for a loss. Micah, we were saying that he's been the runner-up the last 2 years for Defensive Player of the Year. You know what he said to us?
Look at where he's lined up, Jim. Inside over a guard.
He said, I want to just be Defensive Player of the Year. I don't want to put a ceiling on it. I want to be the best player in the NFL.
And I think he's making a case. You talk about MVPs. It's been a long time since you consistently. Aaron Donald's been the guy, right? I think this guy's getting really close to taking over the mantle as the best defensive player if he's not there. There's a few guys, but.
False start. Offense number 77. 5-yard penalty. Still third down.
Now it'll be 3rd and 17. Let's take a look at Next Gen Stats powered by AWS.
Well, speaking of man coverage and having to beat people, right here, the Cowboys, a ton of man coverage today. They almost lead the NFL weekly in this. But the problem is, if you're going to run man coverage, you got to go against this guy, Garrett Wilson. At some point, he's going to bite you. And right there, he got the Cowboys. It's like live and die with it, but right now they're winning with it.
17 yards for a first down is what they need, and they just stick to the ground. Michael Carter, that call right there, they just were being very extra cautious.
No question. And that, to me, is one of those, like, why put our guy in a position? I don't mind the call. Everyone's going to be like, but I truly believe that's exactly what you have to do. You got to play to your defense. These guys are going to take it on. They're going to have to create a play or do something. Otherwise, you're not going to win this game. But don't let the game be wrecked by some hero-type ball on a 3rd and long.
This Cowboys special teams unit blocked a field goal last week. Wanye Thomas, it ended up being a touchdown return for them, and pressure on Morstead.
That looked close too, didn't it?
The cagey veteran got it away, and it bounces out. And Dak says, okay, coming toward me, I'm going to hop onto that field, see if I can put together a second half like the one I had the first 30 minutes.
We don't know any first responders.
she's going to add 100, give me 100 pounds by the Super Bowl? No. I work out. So all this will come right off. It'll come right off.
It was 8 tonight. Cowboys now with their first possession of the second half.
You're right.
Shout
it
out
did
to you,
look
Jeff.
weak too, right? Like it didn't
Hanging
seem
on
like they were gonna
strong.
come back.
I may need a new belt,
everything.
though. Wouldn't tell.
Definitely more dire
After
last
so
week
long. Get a new belt.
than it is today. Got a new
Or
left
just use
guard,
another notch, that's all.
TJ Bass,
Use another notch. I don't need a new
66
belt.
in for the Cowboys.
All right, here we go. 1st and 10.
And there's Pollard.
Pollard, nice run. Still on his feet. Breaking tackles. 23 yards.
By Jermaine Johnson.
So
Otherwise,
Pollard.
it might have gone the distance. We just pointed out TJ Bass. He made a big block here.
Well, first watch Zach Martin, and then you'll see. But Zach Martin right there just creates the hole, and that allows everyone to flow over the top. When you need a yard /15 in the run game, you just run behind that guy.
Pollard got as many yards on that carry, 23 as he had the entire first half on 10 attempts.
Well, you talked about Bass. He did not do as well on this one, Jim. This is just the speed.
Quinnen Williams.
It's going to be a
flying
loss
through.
of 4.
Oh, yeah. Hey, come on in and go ahead. We're going to put Williams right against you.
Whoa.
Oh, I got to block him. Oh, my bad.
Don't forget the blue cheese. Not on this.
And that's part of it, though,
Stuff
the
shells.
communication through that. You need to help someone that goes with you.
The Matador block
Second
did
and
not work.
14.
2nd and 14. Over to Lamb.
Good throw, and Lamb gets wrapped up. No
Nothing
gain.
there. There's the Jets defense, and again, it's Jermaine
3rd and
Johnson
14.
with the tackle. And now the Cowboys have a 3rd and long on
Eric
the
says I
way.
added
That's a big
fox
deal, by
meat
the way,
and the pork
because
chops.
last
What?
week Udoka played pretty well at that left
Stuffed
guard, and
pork
right now
chops with
you're
fox
going
meat?
against as dominant, outside of Aaron
different.
Donald, and you see
It is different.
71 Udoka, who I thought really there's no plays where I'm sitting here like, oh, they're going to attack there. This is where you're going to get Williams, one of the premier
3rd and
inside
14.
defenders.
Got back.
Prescott, plenty of time.
slides,
Throws deep. That's going to be
fires,
caught.
completes.
Wide open Lamb.
First down, perfect route
Jets
run
giving
by
up 3rd
CD,
and
the
14.
Cowboys move the chains.
What an outstanding job play calling before this ever happened. I mean, this is Mike McCarthy saying, you know what, we have a backup in, let's go ahead and
Yeah, I've
use
never
a
had
chip.
Fox before
and that
either.
allows time for Dak. And slide the rest of the line to the left so you help out the young guy, Bass, on the other side.
Needed 14, they got 15. Here's the toss. Pollard waits for an opening.
Pollard's
Gets
going to
there
run.
for
And he'll
7
get
yards
6
for
yards.
Pollard.
2nd
I
and
mean,
4.
that was a huge 3rd down conversion.
Eric, what's it taste
a moment
like?
ago. Just the ability for this game. It's 18-10. You really kind of are okay. It's comfortable, but it's like this drive, you go ahead and don't get that punt. They go score. It's like, here we go. We're in for a battle. You go down and score this. You might even go for 2 again, 1. I mean, who knows? It looks like the metrics
2nd and 4.
on that are all over the place.
Yes, there it is again. Jeff Ulbrich.
Fantastic. He'll be a head coach candidate after this year, Jim.
2nd and 4. Turpin in the backfield. They toss it over to him.
Turpin.
He's
he'll get the
still
first
on his
down.
feet somehow. And
Says it
little
tastes like
Devontae
bear.
Turpin has a first down for Dallas. He had a
Haven't had bear
scoring
yet.
run last week out of the backfield for 7 yards.
Yeah, and they use him, kind of as the gadget guy, but they also have him running routes inside. And this is a
It's greasy.
guy who has a ton of speed, smaller, obviously.
So
returner,
Fox
but
is just
to
naturally
me,
greasy.
he's as fast as the old number 9.
I was going to say, when they give you 9
rare
here,
speedsters.
you've
Right
got
there.
to-
You throw them together, you never know who's going to win.
you've
that race.
got to have speed. It's mandatory with the numbers.
Venison,
First
elk,
and
and
10.
beef.
Up the middle.
Big run.
What a run that was.
9
As
yards
Dowdle
for
got
Dowdle.
within a yard
It'll
of
be
another
2nd and
first
1.
down at the 3-yard line.
This is a great time. Zach Martin, watch right here. He's going to make you miss. Just okey-doked him. And that opens it up because Thomas falls for it. And that gives Dowdle a big room, big hallway to run through. This
Jeffrey
is going
says
to
beef
make it more
chopped
difficult
fish head sandwich in Asia.
on Zach Wilson if you get
Shout
down
out to you,
multiple
Jeff. Jeff,
scores.
you over in Vietnam, right?
15,
Or is
16
it Thailand?
points,
Which
'cause now
one?
the next drive matters.
I get it mixed up sometimes.
Feeling-wise, a lot more.
3 times.
And pushing just short of the touchdown. As Dowdle gets 2 yards. It'll be 1st and goal. chopped fish head sandwich with the eyes and everything. Oh, you're in the Philippines. I was like way off. You guys do the kimchi in the Philippines, Jeffrey? Is kimchi a big thing out there? And gonna be short. Hendershot, no gain. 2nd and goal. It was gamey first time I tried it at a game dinner. Not a big fan of it. Yeah, you have to have like an acquired taste. Like your taste buds have to really, really just want it for you to enjoy that kind of meat. Shout out to you, Eli. Says playing you in my food truck. I'm on the roof of the hotel I work at Atlanta, keeping us all informed. Shout out to you, Eli. Much love, man. Thanks for rocking with your boy Jay. As it's 3rd and goal, it seems like Michaels and Tony Romo have gone completely silent, and I'm calling the game like I should be. So there it is. As Pollard gets wrapped up, 3rd and goal. Single back. Prescott throws too high, incomplete. That was to Ferguson. It'll be 4th and goal. Eric says, I live off the land. I hunt for all my meat. Yeah, I mean, I definitely respect it, man. Fox is a little different, though. I never had it. Jeffrey Miller says, kimchi, balat. A lot of Korean food, but a lot of American dishes also. Okay. I was watching that show where they kimchi everything over in Korea. It's like they have like 30 different ways of kimchi, and it's crazy. So Cowboys will kick a field goal here, and it is good. Score is now 21-10, and it's going to lead us to a quick commercial break timeout. But yeah, Michaels and Tony Romo are gone, so I don't know where they vanished to. Maybe they're taking a break. Maybe they're having some shells with cheese. Quick timeout commercial break. Guy says, I hunt at the local Walmart. He's like, yeah, I go there and I get all my meat, all my spices, and there it is. Jeffrey says, I pass on all that. Give me Burger King instead. He's like, you know what? I'm over in a country that eats healthy, but I still want a Whopper with cheese and bacon. There you go. Jimbo says mac and cheese break. I'm sure they'll be back probably after this commercial break. 7 minutes and 24 seconds left in the 3rd quarter, but you know I can call this game as well. I've been doing this long enough, so it's not a big deal, but just giving you guys a heads up. King Jack says Jets need a touchdown. I agree. At least. Jets hanging in there. Obviously, if they don't score now and the Cowboys do, then this thing is going to be out of reach. It's not looking like the same thing as the Bills right now. I think right about now is when the Jets started their comeback run. So we'll see what they do in this next possession. Jimbo says, can never go bad with a good old Whopper. Yeah. I mean, if I had to choose, I mean, Burger King over McDonald's all day. McDonald's is terrible for you, and it's also disgusting.
Burger King is disgusting.
Yeah, it's true. But if you had to choose, you go to Burger King. No?
I don't think so.
So if you had to choose, you go to McDonald's?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I can't. If I had to choose, I'd go to Burger King. Eric says, I hunt for my meat because it's all natural and lean, no antibiotics or steroids. Shout out to you, Eric. Yeah, Eric, you got to eat off the land and clean because, you know, you're Mr. Jack Daniels himself. I don't think I've met anybody that has had more Jack Daniels than Eric. He is the spokesman, he is the chairperson, and he is a majority stockholder of Jack Daniels, and he lives, breathes, and dies by Jack. Shout out to you as we get back to it. Shout out to you, Eric. All right, here we go. Still no Michaels and Tony Romo, so Cowboys will be kicking back to the Jets. And here we go. Great kick. It's going to be a touchback, so the Jets will start at the 25, 1st and 10. Still no sound as this lady is talking on TV, and they still have not figured it out, which is absolutely crazy. This is a multi-billion-dollar corporation who doesn't know that their announcers have gone completely silent, and they want to basically stifle me and slow me down.
Better.
Oh, there it is. Now they want to talk.
Trace, confidence.
Unbelievable.
That is something that
absolutely unbelievable.
Robert talked at length about last night, how important it is as a player, particularly in his young quarterback.
Can't buy it.
Why last year he set him out the second half of the season because he
Jets.
just didn't want to damage it anymore. It's a 1st and 10 play. The pressure.
Wilson on the pressure. He's going to keep it. Throws. And that's going to be a first down to Lazard.
And
14 yards.
Lazard, the former Packer, has it.
Held on to that ball and did a great job sliding. You just talked about it. And confidence
what you mean, Jimbo?
breeds on itself, right? Sometimes it can snowball the other way, which was kind of going in that direction last year. And it's starting to see him really grow up in some ways. And I think right there, Coach,
I got my jacket, my hunting gear, my vegetable garden, and fruit trees.
And seeing this right now,
I
think there's a chance, through demonstrated ability to yourself, you can gain that.
1st and 10, toss play to Dalvin Cook.
Parsons is
he's going to
waiting
get
for him,
wrapped
and he
up.
knocks
That's
him
a
down
loss of about
for a loss
3.
of a couple. Oh, the ball is out. Parsons
Ball
is
came
running with it.
out.
Parsons
I don't know. I think he was down, but if he's not, this is going to be a touchdown for the Cowboys. We got to wait here.
I mean,
this could be significant.
Cook coughed it up. Parsons was
I think he was down,
side.
but it looks like that ball may have came out.
Whether they blew the whistle, because I saw him take it out. Not only did he make an incredible play, I mean, this is a monster. The monster, Micah Parsons, defends it perfectly on the edge, then goes, and then rips the ball
he
out.
took it out.
Whether they blew the whistle,
what a play by
and said he was
Parsons.
Down
but I think he may
not,
be
so.
down by contact, even after.
Let's listen for a whistle here. Lay out for a second. Just listen. And we heard no whistle on that.
Yeah,
but we didn't hear a whistle
he
right
has
here
the
as
ball,
scores either.
but he may be down by contact.
Right, it's going to be reviewed up top. We'll step aside.
But right now, as it stands, touchdown, Dallas. Quick timeout. Yeah, they didn't blow the whistle. That's the problem. Refs were taking some time off. They're like, you know what? Just let them play. We don't care what happens. We're not going to blow the play dead. Yeah, I just brought a new Remington crossbow for hunting season. How much did that run you, Eric? That's a decent penny for a Remington product. $1,400 with all the fixes and extras. Nice. Very nice. Play is still under review. I'm assuming we'll see what happens after the quick commercial break here. We'll see will they count this touchdown. Because it was definitely a fumble. But I think he was down by contact.
After review, the ruling of a fumble on the play stands. However, the return man, the defender, was touched down at the 37-yard line.
Yeah, so take away the touchdown, but keep the fumble.
So he Dallas' ball at the 37-yard line, first down.
Tony, let's go to Gene for this.
Yep.
And it looks
We
like
clearly see a fumble on this one, guys.
Cook
and then when
maybe
you can see
injured
when
on the
Michael
play.
Parsons picks this up with possession, his knee is touching Tomlinson right there before Parsons' right knee gets off of the ground. So you've got a fumble recovery, but you have a down by contact right there with the possession and the touching of Tomlinson.
Well, we talked earlier with Parsons, right? He wanted to be the MVP of the league, best player. And I was like, well, part of that, you got to make
1st and 10.
game-changing plays, not just all the sacks. And boy, did he do it there.
And off to Turpin. He goes nowhere. Second and
Put a
10.
ceiling on it, he said.
Yep.
And that's the kind of thing that he's doing right there.
I mean, you can almost be, how quarterback really controls the game so much late in the game and just, has the biggest impact on the outcomes. Well, this guy's doing the same thing, and that is not a good start for Dalvin Cook.
No, Dalvin, who
Commanders
had 4
tied the game?
fumbles lost
Wow.
last year as a Viking.
Did Broncos defense just go to sleep?
With a fumble in this situation. The Cowboys
Weren't they up 21-3?
11. Now from the 38.
They deserve to
And
lose.
again, quick tackling
That's
by
the
the Jets
case.
defense.
This is crazy.
Sauce.
When you talk about Dalvin Cook,
21 unanswered.
boy, Sauce is so good. I mean, love watching him. He's got a great energy, and he hasn't had a lot of passes.
49ers up now.
Been thrown at him, and that's what's going to happen.
20-17
week in,
up
week
by
out.
3.
And now for Lamb, that is
Looks
including
like the
playoffs
Giants
last
are trying to
year,
do something
of
too.
his
It's
last 6
28-14
games with double-digit
two-score game.
receptions. That was his 10th for 122 yards today.
Yeah, he's so hard to cover, and they're using him so many different ways. Kellen Moore did that as well. Did a good job unlocking it, so it's so hard to stop. And then the connection between the two, quarterback and CD, it's very high.
10. The throw, and it's going to
in the flat,
be incomplete.
Covered up by Quincy Williams. So the Cowboys did very little.
Jeff King says, I
off
use a
that
javelin when I
takeaway,
hunt. I like to keep it
and
fair.
they're going to attempt a field goal.
Yeah, that was a little strange. Just there wasn't one
Jeff
route
King's
that
like, it's
would've
all
gotten a
skill
first
when I
down
go out
on
there
that
and hunt.
play. I mean, nobody ran close to the sticks, and it's almost like they just wanted to get in field goal range a little bit better.
Check out the leg of Brandon Aubrey. Again, the soccer star, worked with a football kicking coach, went through the USFL with Birmingham. This is 55 yards.
55-yard
Can he
field goal
kick
is
it?
good.
Oh, my
And
goodness.
the Cowboys will go up
Halfway
14.
up the net.
It's crazy.
24-10.
See John Vossel right there showing off. I told you this guy's good. Soccer, nah, he's football, or it's both,
Timeout. Whoa, what is going on here now? Jets D is good. Jets D is decent. Decent. Shout out to Teresa. What's up, Teresa? French gang in the house. Better late than never. Ryan out here trying to get people caught up. Cut it out, Ryan. Cut it out, my friend. You know those things are illegal, sir. Especially in this not great state of New York. Teresa, what's going on with your Bengals? We got to have a conversation about Mr. Joe Burrow. We got to bring him into the front of the congregation. Not good? Yeah, I mean, you guys paid him all that money. $270 million. And he's showing you his worth. He's a target, I guess? No. No, I think he's just, he got paid and he's not out there doing his job.
To remind.
He is not out there doing his job.
The Jets first met in 1971. Starting quarterbacks that day, Joe Namath and Roger Staubach. Cowboys won big. Beck returned the opening kick for a touchdown and went on to win Super Bowl VI that season.
Wow.
Here's the kick by Aubrey.
Guy says don't let the
Did you
Jags
do that
off the
game?
hook.
Did you
Yeah, we gonna talk about them all.
I remember watching the Super Bowl VI,
Especially
missed it by a
when we
few
get
years.
into that
Here's
week 3
Saturday,
power
I'll be
rankings
watching
and
this too.
predictions. We're gonna get
Huge day
into
of
it.
college football on CBS, 3:30
You guys
Eastern.
know how we do.
SEC on CBS. 15th ranked Ole Miss taking on number 13 Alabama. In prime time, we go to the Big Ten. Happy Valley will be the site. Iowa and Penn State both are ranked.
I think I may get into that Colorado game this weekend, considering it's not on
Saturday
ESPN.
on CBS and streaming.
So
Paramount Plus.
that might be something that we get into.
Okay,
Disney's
back
not
out of the
involved.
empty backfield.
5 linemen, 5 blockers. That's 1-on-1 for each one.
And he goes down. Well, they went with an empty backfield. They
Wilson
spread it
goes
out. The numbers
down.
were there
That's
for
a
the
loss
Cowboys
of
to
7
bounce.
yards. Second and
they
17.
do. Oh, Diggy Zuwa.
And this thing
the
is
first to get to him.
See,
looking
these
bad.
are going against each other. They're going against. You got to get the ball out. 5-on-5. This is a dynamic pass rush team, and that's the one area where young guys, you can't hold the ball when you're an empty with no one in the backfield to help you in protection against this type of squad.
There's a loss of 7. Second and 17.
It's going to be dropped.
No, he lost it trying to turn
Incomplete to
upfield.
Wilson.
Tracy, we're down to you.
Jim, a scary scene as Dallas's assistant D-line coach Sharif Floyd fainted on the sideline. Fortunately, though, he did get up under his own power, able to walk into the locker room for evaluation.
Thank you, Tracy. We wish him well. We remember him playing for the Vikings back in the day. It's a
Third and 17. Richard, yeah, man.
This place is rocking, loudest they've been. You're on the road, down 2 scores late in the game, Zach.
Zach throws. Obviously, it's going to be short.
They give it to him.
It'll be 4th and 9, so
He's
they'll punt it away.
short of the first.
And this was a good decision. This is very easy to lose the game right there with trying to fit it in and thinking you have to win it right now. There
Shout out
wasn't
to
much
you, Eric.
there, and smart. But you lost that drive when you held the ball. 5 men rushing. Nobody gets any help, and you cannot take a double hitch like we talked about earlier in the third one.
Yeah, both drives this half, the
San
Jets had a
Francisco up
3rd
by
and
10,
17.
27-17.
So now Morstead. This is punt number 5 on the day for Thomas. Best remembered for that Super Bowl onside kick.
Are the Giants really going to come back?
Started the second half for the Saints against the Colts. Super Bowl 44.
Both those teams were incredible.
There's Turpin.
Fair catch at the 20 for the Cowboys.
That is a game that I actually did call. Not Super Bowl 6, but Super Bowl 44. Put me in my proper generation.
Robert said it's starting to get hard to watch now.
Big news this week was about, feature story about how he went out and got a tattoo this offseason.
Things,
Took 11 hours
things
to be,
get tough. Still got to stand with your team there, Robert.
This was not exactly what the tattoo
Zach Wilson's your quarterback.
reads, but those are some impressive career numbers when you look at it.
11 hours under.
11 hours
Zach
under.
Wilson is your quarterback.
Last year's Walter Payton Man of the Year award winner.
Hand
So
off
that is
to
always
Pollard up
worth
the middle for 3 yards. Second and
extolling
7.
when you receive that award. We got an update in New York.
Deebo Samuel, indeed a Swiss Army knife.
Yeah, Brock Purdy, a slant, I guess a lateral pass, whatever you want to call it. Easy one right there, Tony. 11 yards from Brock Purdy. They go up 27-17 over the Los Angeles Rams.
He does it all, does he not? Back to Jim Nance.
Well, that's the Deebo we saw 2 years ago.
If Rodgers was in there, would
Last
you
year,
think
not
the
so
game
much so,
over?
but, man, when he's like that, look out.
Yeah.
Here's second
Yeah, I
and
would.
7.
Wilson just can't perform
The two defenders
at the level that he needs to. You know, he's still fresh out there.
Mosley and Davis.
There's a lot of
And just the ball.
experience that he's
Just
lacking
these
that
simple
Rodgers would have
completions.
against this Cowboys defense. That's, you know,
Go
it's
ahead
just
and
not there for the
chip
Jets
off
right
the
now
edge,
because he's
and
not
then you
in.
get out into your route, and Dak takes one hitch, second hitch to the back. Perfect motion, and just stay in phase. Gets you an easy first down. Looks like the old West
2:30 left
Coast.
on the clock.
49ers all those years.
I think it's Texas Coast they now call it internally, right?
Yeah, now here it's Texas Coast. You got a little bit of this, a little bit of that. It's not West Coast, it's Texas Coast offense by Mike McCarthy.
And it got me all excited. I thought they said Texas Toast.
Oh, I see what you did there.
Not pre-planned, I promise.
Man, that was too good. Okay.
Bring it to me, Burnt.
2nd and 7. Looks like
Wow,
we're
we're
running a
such-
play here.
2nd
before
and 7. Oh,
2-minute warning.
adding on.
We'll take a quick timeout.
What's left goes right. That's a
Throw, big play.
Boy, this kid's got some speed, doesn't he? As
And that's
Dowdle
going to be a first down for
rips off one
Dowdle.
all the way to the Jets side of the field, and Lipke threw a nice block for him. Gain of 17.
Just watch the footwork, the eyes. He's going to go turn, fake to the left, boom. Now reshuffle once, and second, ball out. Fantastic. That is a teaching tape for Dak Prescott to show the Trey Lance and Cooper Rush behind.
First down carry. They go back to Dowdle, the middle for about 5, tripped up by Whitehead. Now, Tony Adams, we saw him late in the second quarter shaken up, and he's now been downgraded to doubtful with a hamstring, which means we won't see him.
Yeah, he's been playing great ball. Adrian Amos from Green Bay. Comes over. He'll be out on the field a bunch with Whitehead. But I do think, to me right now, you're seeing the Jets look a little tired after those long drives in that first half. They don't ever look that way to me.
There's Pollard. Early contact on him, as Eccles was the first to make contact with him.
It's a great job to sidestep him. Pollard's the other big threat. You come into the game, you're like, all right, it's CeeDee Lamb and Pollard, and how do we have a plan for them? So far today, what a great job of getting your two dynamic players the ball. 12 targets for CeeDee Lamb, 10 catches. Pollard 16 attempts, also with 5 receptions. I mean, that's too many touches for the two best players.
3rd and 4 final seconds of the quarter. There's Pollard. Turns it upfield. He's got another gain. That will probably run out the quarter, and there's another catch, another touch for him. Catch number 6, and it goes for 18 yards.
Wow, and that was a great job. Get out of the huddle quickly, and the communication issues. Williams is there late, and right now, going to the 4th.
start. Offense number 78. 5-yard penalty. Still first down.
Steele will back him up 5 yards. In that third quarter, Dallas picked up 110 yards. The Jets, 13 yards of offense.
Yeah, they imposed their will. It looked to me like those long drives, they do pay dividends as the game goes on. You saw some of the Jets a little slower, and they leap off the tape. Both these defenses fly around, but look at that, 66 plays. This has been, I mean, the fact the Jets are
Mac
in this
Jones
game
upset
right now.
Yeah, Miami.
Is kind of impressive because
I'm really interested in this Giants and Cardinals, though, for sure.
First and 15. Look who's wide open.
CeeDee Lamb.
As Reed brings him down near the 10-yard line. Boy, Lamb with his 11th catch for now 143 yards and a touchdown.
Well, you're going to see the motion come in here and come back, but watch CeeDee right there. This presents trouble because you're going to throw that swing screen. No, you're not. It's hard. You haven't seen this Mike McCarthy offense, right? This is really some of the first time you've seen any of this stuff. So they haven't put it on tape.
Lamb does not have a touchdown, but he does have a career high tying 11 touchdown catches.
And that's going to be Pollard. He gets wrapped up, loss of 4.
Quickly as Huff. You said in the first half you like what
Second
you
and goal.
Out of Huff, and he's got another tackle behind the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, he's a fantastic. Plays off to a great start this year. You'll see just the speed, the get off. He's really kind of a third down. You know, he's not the biggest guy, but this guy creates as many pressures in passing situations. You know, the next gen stats powered by AWS, they tell us this guy gets as much pressure with the opportunities he's given as anyone. And you see part of that speed right there.
Second and goal. And timeout called by the Cowboys. By the way, next Sunday, Regional Week on CBS features an AFC East rivalry. Patriots take on the Jets. Some will see the Broncos battling the Dolphins. Of course, it all begins with the NFL Today at noon Eastern with JB and the crew on the NFL Today. The NFL is on CBS and streaming on Paramount Plus.
Eric, no.
No, I thought it was interesting when he said it yesterday to us in our production meeting. Mike McCarthy said, one thing I'd like to look for in a game, if we can get Dak 26, 27 completions, I'll feel pretty good about it. I thought, I've never heard a coach quite say it that way. He's got 28 completions right now.
I mean, he knows football, and the more you're around him, the more you can't help but think the fact that people talk
Second
about,
and goal.
Watch this play. I got something good for you here.
Here's Pollard.
To your point, he knows stuff like that, right? Like he's just done it so many times. He's gone against the defense with this style of defense so many times. Good pass rush. It's like, this is how we usually win, right? And he's able to do that and tell you what. And then as a quarterback, you're like, all right, just get the ball out of my hands. We're not looking for all these big plays. They don't give them up. The Jets don't give up big plays.
Of course, he won a Super Bowl right here in this very stadium with his man Aaron Rodgers, Super Bowl 45 over Pittsburgh. He's got a third and goal right here.
Well, the difference is Aaron, by the end of his career there, he
third
wanted
and goal.
things to be static, wait to 1 second on the clock, get it all perfect, and that's what happens. But now you're back to get it out, get it to the flat, and let him make a play.
And not in the flat, they go to
Pollard
He
for
shut
3
down.
yards. Fourth
But
and
again,
goal, so probably lead to a field goal
they
here.
contain him for a gain of 3.
I mean, it's a great decision because truly to wait it out, sack, fumble, anything, it's like you getting 3 points here, your percentages go way up to winning this football game. And barring something crazy like his first kick when he had started the extra point, he's been perfect ever since.
Okay, we've got
26-yard field goal.
26 yards.
It's up, and it is good. 27-10.
Just wearing them down right now. The
Cowboys holding down the lead, ladies and gentlemen. All right, so we got some crazy stuff going around the league. The Giants have gotten the ball back. It's 21-28 with 7 minutes left in the fourth quarter. Then on the flip side, you have Denver and Washington tied at 21 apiece. Denver has the ball at the Commanders' 14 at the 2nd and 6. Wow. All right. I think I did good this week as far as predictions go, ladies and gentlemen. I think I did pretty good. Right now, I think I've only got 3 wrong. While we're on this quick commercial break, Let me see what I got here. Obviously, I have my Bills. Y'all know that. I didn't get the KC one. I did not get the Titans. I did get Atlanta. I called Atlanta. So that's KC. That's Titans. I didn't get the Seahawks. But I did get the Colts. I did get Tampa Bay. So that's 4, 5. Yeah, 5. I got 5 right now out of those 3. So there we go. Let's keep it going. See what happens. Jonas, where you at? Need to have a word with you, sir. Need to have a word as we get to this timeout. Commercial break. Purple says, I don't like the Cowboys as a rule, but they are playing a good game. I mean, they're playing great, you know. But the question that will always remain in this game is what would have happened if Aaron Rodgers was in. Oh, yeah, I did have the Eagles as well. So, yeah, 6 for 3 right now. So, there it is. There it is. Or 6 for 9, rather. And for the most part, the rest of these are looking pretty solid. So, I think I did pretty good. Pretty good this week, if you guys were on the prediction video. So some of you guys made money off of Jay. I know you did. And it's all good. It's all good. Jay says, I'm trying to work on being nice to the Cowboys fans. Shout out to you, Purple. Hey, listen, you know, when you guys know I try to stay as neutral as possible no matter what. I try to be unbiased. And I don't come for people unless they come for me. That's when, you know, I had to turn it up. May have to put the hoodie on. But for the most part, yeah, no, I try to be unbiased as much as I can. I try to let the stats and everything that happens speak for itself. But sometimes they talk a little crazy and make Jay gets beside himself. That's all, you know. There it is.
To start the year, just the game-changing plays, ripping the ball out. I mean, he's playing at another level. I know it's hard to manage because he's just been incredible since he's got here, Jim. But now he's lining up everywhere. He is the epitome of a game wrecker. Micah, game wrecker.
Giants.
I like it.
Looking to score.
Give Dan Quinn a lot of credit for that, too. Got a kind of a new strategy of moving people around this year. There's a pass.
Throw that's going to be caught by Wilson.
To Garrett.
Wilson to Wilson.
And over to Tracy.
Jim, we talked to Micah Parsons this week, and he told us he worked on his mobility in the offseason. His hips, his ankles, his hands, the boxing he's doing helps his tempo, his heart rate, his speed, his conditioning. He credits his wrestling days with his movements, and he hopes to do jiu-jitsu next year as well, always trying to find ways to improve.
Wow, he has the same schedule I do.
Yeah, right.
We're both just going out and doing the same stuff at
First
workouts
and
we're
10.
running into, and now he's lined up on the outside.
Forrest, I am not.
Was 18. Oh, look at that
As
pressure.
that pass is batted down, incomplete. Second and 10.
Parsons. Yeah, there you talk. Well, you just gave him the name game wrecker.
Well, you know, look, he just keeps wrecking the game for the other team by himself. He ends, you know, drives. He ends games for this team, and then right here, it's like, all right, next play, I just beat you. And that was not even the quarterback holding the ball that long. He went so fast. It reminds me of Aaron Donald a different way. But
yeah,
this guy lines up everywhere. Now you see him. He's playing Aaron Donald's position. He's just going to line up just left of the center.
Standing up. And here he goes.
Oh, beat him again.
Up
Pressure.
Giving chase.
Wilson throws. That's going to be picked off.
Curse has it.
Curse.
Taken off.
Still going. This is, oh my goodness.
And it ends at the 18-yard line.
Wow. There is a flag down, so we'll see what this is.
Probably going to be a penalty against the offensive line of the Jets.
It very much looked like it, and I think this will stand, like you said. And
offensive holding declined.
Right before the play.
Count the pick.
Game record.
And that may be, well, now that is your ball game, ladies and gentlemen. We got to call it.
You know, Tony, it's
that's going to be your ball game right there.
And
that
he
pick.
really made that play in so many ways.
Oh, you know exactly. Without this, you don't have to flush out. You're standing in the middle. He just beats us center one-on-one, which is not easy to do, and makes the quarterback rush. And he took the ball away physically, made the running back run outside last drive, and Dan Quinn, there it is. Good job. Good job. Come on.
Tex says, there's the Jets we all know.
Yeah, baby. All right.
Yeah, that's pretty much going to be game.
Told you guys. Let's go. All right.
Parsons with a fumble forced and a recovery, and really forced that interception.
I mean, think about it. The last two drives, he just
Power run for 8 yards would be 2nd and 2.
The other one he makes it happen. He's a game record.
I was going to say, we've seen him now a bunch during his first 2 years in the league, but I'm not sure we've ever seen him play a better game than he has today.
I don't know. But you're
Ryan,
right.
I'm not sure, man.
This is outstanding. I mean, the Tom Brady game, he hit the quarterback more than anybody by himself when we were here. But I do think his evolution, Jim, of playing everywhere. Like, people can't play everywhere because the responsibility of that, you can't know what gap to fit, when to go, when to come back under, like to use the rip, the power, the speed, the power. I mean, it's endless, and he has it all.
2nd and 2, and Pollard.
Pollard gets the first down, 3-yard run, first and goal.
To go for Dallas.
I was hesitant to use the Lawrence Taylor term because it's like, we're talking about LT.
Yeah, you have to be careful. But
I'm just saying, this guy's making me consider at
you're
the end
close
of his
to
career,
saying it.
he's the only one I've seen that I'm saying has a shot of getting into his stratosphere. You got like Reggie White, a little different player, but like LT, you'd move him anywhere. He's going to win. Like literally, LT, we talked to Belichick, he went down and, what did he, block a punt? And the next time he returned a punt for a touch. I mean, these are NFL things that a defensive
and this is just game
let him do. And this is what Michael looks like to me.
It's just game 2 of year 3. 1st and goal. Pollard for a 3rd straight time.
And Pollard goes nowhere.
Amazing, right?
No gain,
He's
2nd and goal.
Level. And I mean, like, there's not many guys ever. And he is smart, and he wants it. Well deserving. All the hard work he puts in, me and him in the gym together. Whew.
Boy, it's a dangerous duo.
It is.
You're the guy that he's been boxing with.
Yeah, I've helped him with, and just conditioning.
You know, Tracy was talking about that, how we may even take it to another level next year with jiu-jitsu. But, you know, the whole boxing thing he told us was about where to, like, find someone else's hands. Just get used to instinctive things to do.
Great call. There's so many times you're going in, a guy's trying to block you, and you want to use his hands against him, use his leverage against him, and he does that.
Another handoff, big run, fighting. That's going to be a Cowboys touchdown. But there's a flag.
Flag back at the line of scrimmage.
What a run by Tony Pollard.
Holding.
Offensive holding.
Number 77. 10-yard penalty. Replay, 2nd down.
And they flagged Tyron Smith for that.
Muhammad says, I can't believe my Bengals and
the
Jets are in danger of missing the playoffs.
First half when it was bang, bang, but you see 77 right there at the end. I
That's
don't know
happens,
if he's
man.
holding or if he just goes down. Yeah, that's a good call. I felt like there was a lot of 50-50 calls in that first half, and if you're a Jets fan, you think you're wrong, and if you're a Cowboy fan, you think it's right. But on that one, that was the right call.
Well, they had that one drive right before the end of the half where there were 3 penalties on the Jets defense inside the 15, including a pair of roughing the passer calls that I wasn't so sure about either one of them. Yeah. Here's a 2nd and goal. Now ball put back at the 16.
Ding, ding. He's in the middle. CD Lamb.
They're throwing a screen. Ferguson's tripped up.
He's dropped quickly.
Giants have tied the game with Arizona, ladies and gentlemen.
One of the fastest.
28-28. Wow.
In the National Football League at the linebacker position, you know, all the speed stats, like Breece Hall ran over 20 miles an hour last week. You know, one of only 3 players to do it twice, and I feel like Quincy Williams has that kind of speed at linebacker sometimes.
It was amazing to see.
Robert's like, it's only week 2, man. Calm down.
Back from that ACL.
It's only week 2.
Week 1.
Silenced doubters right away.
Yeah, he sure did. 15 yards away, 3rd and goal. The flag is out.
Another flag.
As Pollard is bottled up again.
Usually there's like a legal motion because
illegal shift. Yeah. Offense. 2 players were moving, did not reset. That penalty's declined. Brings up 4th down.
Problem is the center hadn't touched the ball, Jim. Everyone was set. But I think everyone's got to be down in their stance when you go in motion. You can't have 2 guys in motion. What an outstanding job. Coach McCarthy I think it's silly when sometimes people talk about.
So it looks like
he's
that
under
Giants
pressure
game
for
was
his
a
job.
money
So I'm like,
grab
everyone's under
because
pressure for their job. Back-to-back 12
Arizona
seasons.
was up 21-3
The
at
last
some
time
point.
they did that in Dallas
Right?
was in the dynasty in the 90s, and so great start.
Just
to
like
his career.
Denver?
You can only see that possibly a third season. It looks like.
Now for his 5th made field goal of the day, Aubrey.
And another field goal, 20-point lead.
He makes it look so simple, doesn't he?
30-10.
5 for 5 on the day.
And that's going to take
Just
us to
like
a quick
your goals.
timeout commercial break. Interesting scores today. 21-24. Broncos up there by 3. Dallas 30-10. 49ers 27-20. What happened to their defense? It's interesting. They allowed the Rams to put up 20 points. And then you got this tie game. Arizona 28-28. Giants. Very, very interesting. Timeout commercial break. Kudos to the Jets, Giants, Bengals rebuilding their programs. Yeah. All right, what do we got? What do we got here? What's going on with my fantasy? Samuel's in the red zone. We need another Deebo Samuel touchdown. Does he have anybody else playing? Kittle or Debo? Come on, man. You should switch games and put this one out their misery. What else is on there? Hold on. Yeah, I mean, if you guys want me to, I can switch to the Giants and the Cardinals. Quick yes or no in the chat will do. Quick yes or no. Yay or nay. Switch to the Giants. Yes, 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 yeah. All right, here we go. The majority has spoken. 3rd and 16 for the Cardinals. 3 minutes on the clock. Pressure. Dobbs throws. A big stop for the Giants, and they'll get the ball back.
The last 2 drives, their biggest of the day.
Oh, wow.
And those penalties absolutely killed Arizona there.
So poised all day long as an offense. So good all game long as an offense. And here in the last 2 drives, you've just lost your composure.
This is crazy.
The Giants defense is fed off of it. Nolan Cooney nearly
Arizona's
got it.
punt almost blocked.
It is Gray with the fair catch at his own 28-yard line.
Shout out to you,
Very
Chastity.
interesting in special teams as they often do a 48-yard punt. Well,
Washington went up 28-24.
Excitement this week. Next Sunday, the Bears will limp into Kansas City.
They're having a
0-2
shootout
to take on
in
Patrick
Denver.
Mahomes and the Chiefs. It'll all start up with Derek Carr and the Saints, Jordan Love and the Packers, and plenty of other action around the league. Mark and I will be headed to Detroit for Falcons-Lions 2-0 against 1-1. It's all part of our doubleheader next Sunday on Fox and the Fox Sports app. The Giants, who were blown out 40-0 in Week 1, trailed 20-0 at half in Week 2 today, trying to take their first lead of the season.
Yeah, I think Breece Hall's going to get his numbers.
Daniel Jones to Barkley. Low throw,
Low
he
throw.
snares it.
Barkley gets it.
And spins
out of bounds.
The clock will stop. Anytime inside of 5
Yeah,
minutes
I
of the
think
fourth
I
quarter
think
when you
Breece Hall's
step
going to have a
out.
good year,
8-yard
Chastity.
gain on first down.
I like it.
They're going to rely on him a lot more because, Rodgers isn't in the game. So.
Right here. Saquon Barkley.
What's up, Bob?
Now you
What's
can
going on
touch
with
the
you,
ground
man?
as long as it doesn't shift in your hand.
Screaming, come on, Russell. Yeah.
If you have control of that ball.
2nd and 2.
Which Barkley did.
Handoff.
Now he's got control of this one, and he's got a first down.
Another big run, first down. Giants.
But instead it's Barkley out
What
to
a
the
comeback
46
if they
on a
win
10-yard
this.
Run, and that may take us to the 2-minute warning in what has been a thriller of a game in Glendale. 28 up. Both teams with 3 timeouts on the other side of the 2-minute warning. Giants and Cardinals. Here we go.
All right, so that's going to take us to a quick commercial break. But these Giants have turned on something coming back. On the flip side, looks like there was a catch for the Jets. 7 minutes and 25 seconds left there. Score is obviously 30-10. But there is a flag. It's holding on the Jets, so it's coming back. Repeat the down. As far as your scores around the league, 49ers 30-20. Beat up by 10 against the Rams. Denver and the Commanders 28-24. Commanders with a 4-point lead, but Denver has the ball as they start the fourth quarter there. Shout out to Lutza. Better late than never. Shout out to you, Lutza. I called those Colts. For you, Lutza. They came through today. All the non-believers, I sure fixed those guys. What's up, Michelle? What's going on with you? How about them 49ers? As it's 4th down for the Jets, and they've just completely fallen apart. And that's why we're over here with these Giants, who looks like it may be them securing the win. Very, very surprising. How about them Bills? I wanted them to put up 50 today just to prove a point. 50 points would have been nice. Bob says the Chiefs came through in surprising fashion. There's no reason why that game was that close, and if they played anybody else, they would have got beat. So, yeah. Anybody else, they would have got beat. As we get to this quick commercial break.
Chapter has been excellent to watch. 28 apiece, 2 minutes to play. On first down,
Jones looking, throws deep.
Slayton, and he's got it inside the Arizona
What a
40.
catch. Slayton.
Down to the 36-yard line. He
Where was this
18.
Jones last week?
I'll tell you what, tight coverage. Wilson, I mean, right here, adjust to the ball in the air. The Giants just, I mean, they couldn't make a play in the first half. They couldn't make a catch. They couldn't make a throw.
Couldn't do it for the first game either. First 6 quarters were dreadful.
Nothing but in the second half.
Been one of the best halves they've played in a long time on offense. Barkley against the run.
Barkley gets out of breaking tackles. Still going. Gets to the 20. What a run.
Barkley down near the 21-yard line.
Saquon Barkley.
16 hard-earned Barkley yards.
I mean, Barkley just spinning, bouncing outside, spin in the backfield. Outrun Gardeck, break that tackle. Another tackle. I mean, look at Barkley. I love it. Look at the jersey. Look at the pants. All the grass. He's still trying to fight for yard. Am I down? I'm not down. Bear crawling over people. Daniel Jones fired up. Yes.
Arizona
finally they're
uses
fired
its
up
first
about
timeout
something.
on either side. 1:16 to play. So now Jonathan Gannon is in that position as a head coach where you have to manage time, manage breaks. They'll spot the ball right at the 20-yard line for New York. No challenges by either coach in the final 2 minutes of the fourth quarter. Everything is a booth review. Fresh set of downs for Jones and the Giants seeking their
Shout out
first
to
lead.
Hey Jonas, that's what I
Curious
thought.
story.
Now send Jay $100.
Thank you for the $2
Field goal range now for Gano.
super
if they
chat.
need to go there.
It's Cowboys just get
It's
the interception.
Barkley. And he's just going to go down and force Arizona to use that second timeout. Only 4 seconds come off the clock.
Also good to know
Minute
that
12.
Gano is on the injury report this week with an ankle injury. So, I mean, if you're playing for a field goal right now, just remember that, you know, he had some time on the injury list.
Daniel Jones, though, I asked you to evaluate his performance in the first half. There wasn't a whole lot of positive. It's been a lot of positive in the second half.
It really has. Deep ball over the top, and then the run we talked about in the first
So
half.
Zach's out there
Let's
giving
get Daniel
gifts.
Jones on the edge, some options to run the
Jonas
football.
is quiet
And then
because
it just
the Cowboys are
opened up
winning
for
right
this
now, but
entire
he'll have a lot to
offense.
say
You
when
saw
the game's
them
over.
grow in confidence. You saw them grow in the way they were
He'll have a
operating.
lot to
That
say.
offensive line started playing
Well, he
well.
can't
It's
say
been
anything to me
all
because
Giants
I
in
predicted
the
the
second
Cowboys
half.
anyway. So
Second and long.
another handoff.
Back to Barkley, and Arizona's ready to stop the run. And Jonathan Gannon will use that final timeout. Barkley got crunched, and he comes up hopping. Chris Barnes made a tackle low on Barkley, and he is a little shaken up.
Barkley shaking
In
up.
that line of scrimmage, they're running
The last thing you need to see is a Jets
duo
fan.
play, and you see
Giants
Barnes
fan.
fall on that ankle right there. There it is.
Yep.
Oh,
Barkley
he's coming off the
needs
field.
a lot of help to come off the field. He's dealt with injury issues in his career.
Mashad, I
Obviously,
might.
The most
Not too
severe
sure.
was the torn ACL 3 years ago. He had to be helped to the sideline here. So now you got third down and long. No timeouts for Arizona here. So do you just run the ball and set up for the field goal to take the lead and have Arizona get the ball back with no timeouts?
Yeah, you talk to Gano on the sideline. You say, where do you want this ball spotted? What side?
What is J0 talking about?
Hash do you want it at? Where do you want to hit it from? And
Why are you
have
asking
that
rhetorical
conversation,
questions,
and then you
J0?
hand the ball off, make sure you get it right to his spot. So he's got the best opportunity. You can see the frustration of Barkley right now. Knows he's got that Thursday night game in San Francisco coming up, and you can tell, man. They had 2-3 guys helping him off the football field. That angle got rolled up on pretty good.
You mentioned Gano. He got cleated
Third
on that
and
blocked
11.
field goal that got returned for a touchdown last week. It was his calf and ankle that got kind of banged up. You were mentioning the injury that Gano was dealing with. It's third down and 11 here. Matt Breida, who has barely seen the field today, is in at running back for the injured Barkley. Again, if you run the ball, down the ball, whatever you do here, you can take 40 seconds off the clock, and then use a timeout to stop the clock and set up for a potential go-ahead field goal. Probably get you right around a half a minute to go. It is Breida, his first touch of the day, just trying to hold on. And he does, down to the 16-yard line. It'd be a 34-yard
So
field
clock
goal
will
from here.
roll.
And you can get the clock down inside of 30 seconds if you're
I
the
mean,
Giants
I
before taking a
understand
timeout
why he's
and setting
trolling.
things
I
up
mean,
for Graham Gano.
because the Chiefs won, but at the same time,
The 14-year
did they really
veteran out of
win?
Florida State University, 36
I
years
mean,
of
yeah,
age,
you could
just
say
signed
they
a
beat the
3-year
Jags, but
contract
I gotta say the
extension
Jags
last
beat
week
themselves.
through
And
2026.
if Kansas City played any team that had a real
He's
offense,
made
then
11 game-winning field
they're
goals in his
losing with
career, the
17
last of which
points.
came this week, a year ago, in week 2.
So do you really want to go down that
against
that hole?
Carolina. Gable
You
uses
really
the
want to?
timeout. This is well within Gano's range.
I mean, the Bills put up 38 today.
Daniel Jones did everything he possibly could to make this comeback happen. They trailed 20-0 at halftime, and now they have a chance for the lead with 23 seconds to go.
I mean, what's that got to say about
you go
Kansas
to
City only
halftime
getting
down
17
20-0,
points?
And all the ghosts of last week's game are haunting you in there. and ultimately to have the mental toughness and fortitude to put that behind you and come out in this second half and play this style of football to give yourself an opportunity to win here.
Ryan, I am not.
Regulation is an
Jacob, it was good, man. It was good.
Feat by the Giants.
They trailed by 21 with 3.5 minutes to go in the third. Remember, it was 28-7. They've scored.
And what are you talking about, Zero?
The snap will be from Casey Kreider.
As the Giants go to kick this field goal, potentially for the win. It is up. It is good.
And the kick
And there it is.
The Giants have come all the way back for their first lead of the season.
Wow.
With 24 unanswered points.
Unbelievable. What does this say about the Cardinals' defense to allow 31 unanswered?
Gano and Gillen, born in the same Scottish town of Arbroath, 10 years apart. Both moved around as teenagers. Of the 11 Scotsmen that have ever played in the NFL, 2 are players for the battery of the New York Giants.
And it's like, you know exactly what it
Gano
says.
drills one to make this a 31-28 game. Arizona out of timeouts, only 19 seconds remain. And the injured Saquon Barkley with 2 touchdowns and hard-earned yards throughout this second half is limping, hoping his team can pull it out for a win. Josh Dobbs will get an opportunity in the waning moments.
Look at these sad faces in the Cardinal Stadium.
Cardinal fan just wondering what happened. Giant fan there. Is that Sammy Hagar? I didn't know he was a Giants fan.
See if Gano drills this out of the back of the end zone. Greg Dortch is back for Arizona.
Oh, don't worry, Bob. We'll get him back on the second one. They called for a split. It's just the reality of it.
They're going to kick it short here, and it hits the ground, so no chance for a fair catch. Here comes Dortch, and he gets tripped up.
Ooh.
Huge special teams play by the former Arizona Wildcat, Gary Brightwell.
Yeah, I called it, Robert. I said they got to get 35 or more.
Teams play.
Comes Brightwell down here. Great angle on the feet. And that short kickoff created 4 seconds off the clock. 4 more seconds. It's one where you could fair catch it and take it to 25, right?
You can if it's in the air. And that kick hit the deck, so no chance for Arizona. They got to get into field goal range with no timeouts. Very low probability. Does Dobbs have a miracle in him? Rolling out, throwing it.
Throw.
Here comes Wilson. He'll step out of
9
bounds smartly.
seconds. He's out.
We'll get a chunk play out to the 39-yard line, 19 yards, and they stop the clock with 9 seconds left.
Yeah, so what are the Jets going to do? Are they going to keep relying on Zach Wilson, or are they going to find somebody else?
Territory with time winding down. Matt Prater, of course, one of the great big leg kickers in NFL history, but can they get close enough for him? 8 back in coverage. Dobbs looking, throwing deep, and it's incomplete. They'll have one more play.
2 seconds.
2 seconds remaining.
Well, here's where the lateral comes in, right? I mean, you can't get it to the end zone on a Hail Mary. Play can't, or the half can't end on a defensive penalty.
Right.
So if you want to take that shot and see if you can draw pass interference, but it's probably where you throw something short and start doing the hook and lateral.
Giants still have 2 timeouts.
Timeout. New York. The second and a half.
Ooh.
30 seconds left.
They'll use one to set up here.
Commanders, 2nd and 1 at the Denver 15. Up 4.
And this would have
Looking
been
kind of interesting.
a brutal loss for New York to drop to 0-2 with a game against a team that was in the NFC title game a year ago in San Francisco. On a long West Coast trip. Meanwhile, Arizona starting a stretch of 4 straight games against playoff teams from a year ago. They're in danger of falling to 0-2 after they dominated the first half of this game. And a flag is thrown for a false start. No runoff.
False start. Offense number 9. 5-yard penalty. Still second down.
The clock was already stopped, so there's no runoff penalty.
There's an injured Jet player down in the Cowboys game.
They'll move back to the 34 here.
Second and 15. Another.
Brian Davis going to use that last time out.
For what?
Well, you can't sell them on eBay.
Yeah.
Might as well use them.
Can't take them to Santa Clara with you, so might as well. It's a lot of travel and of a well-traveled Giants fan there. Speaking of which, look at the difficult stretch coming up. Again,
Commanders get the touchdown.
Falls to 0-2. That's who they have coming up. A brutal stretch coming up.
Shout out to you, Forrest.
But Daniel Jones engineering an incredible 21-point comeback. One snap remains. Officials still discussing some nuance here.
Happy face, I am not. I am not. Yo, am I really getting beat right now?
Defense for calling back-to-back timeouts. A 5-yard feed. Second down.
It's a delay of game penalty. Yeah, you cannot call consecutive timeouts.
Oh, my
Usually
goodness.
You see this situation with kickers.
Really,
right?
Dable?
You go, oh, you want to ice the kicker, you might call a timeout. You can't call another
What
one.
are they
There has to
doing?
be a play run in between
It's 2 seconds left.
timeout. So even if there's a penalty like there was in this case against Arizona, you can't call another timeout. That's what the officials were clarifying. So they get those 5 yards back to the 39.
3 guys on the line of scrimmage, 8 guys about 35 yards deep.
They got 4 all the way back inside their own 10. Dobbs lining it up, launching away. It is knocked down, and the New York Giants put together one of their biggest comebacks in 99 years of Giants football.
What?
Down 21.
99
to win
years?
31-28.
This is wild. History against the Cardinals. All right.
The last play of an incredible turnaround. After playing 6 quarters of some of the worst football you might see this season, the Giants put together 30 incredible minutes to win it by 3. We'll wrap it up from Glendale after this.
All right. Well, there it is, ladies and gentlemen. The Giants come back. I called the Giants, and I was sitting here like, man, they're probably going to take this out. But I was right again, ladies and gentlemen. The only one now that I'm concerned with is this Denver game. They got enough time, but they got to score a touchdown. They got to score a touchdown. So there it is. Wow. Rose says, yeah, but that really is a game you can say, well, they did it against the Cardinals. But I was right. I just had the Giants for the outright win. I didn't know they'd have to go through all that and then come back. It's kind of weird, but hey. Robert, I am not. Cardell says Russell Wilson is done. It's tough. It's tough. Let's see if we can catch the last of this. It's possible. Maybe. Maybe not. Maybe not. Yeah, it's going to be a no-go. No-go. So, minute 13 and counting. as the Cowboys will wrap up. Here we go. A big run by the Commanders when they got that touchdown, 28-24. It looks like that's going to be it, ladies and gentlemen. J0, are you going to have a perfect year season betting and go undefeated? That'd be absolutely ridiculous. But I'm getting close. I'm getting close. Week 1 was kind of shaky. Week 2 is looking very, very strong as far as the predictions go. I think it did a really, really good job. I got the Bills. Well, I got the Eagles. I got the Bills. I got Baltimore. I didn't get KC and Tennessee, but I did get Atlanta. I didn't get the Lions, but I did get the Colts. I got Tampa Bay. And I got the Giants and the 49ers. So, Jonas, where are you at? Get yourself in here, sir. Get yourself in here. And let me just go back. Let me go back here because some people like to change their predictions so they can look like they're right. Let me just go back here. Where are we at? Where are we at? Where are we at? Come on. Ooh, Jones got to eat some of these words. Get those pillows out. You and Storm are going to need before Sunday night. Poor Jericho breaking down the wall. Jonas, you got to eat those words, my friend. You got to eat those words. What else we got? Robert, 24-20. You were completely wrong there. What else we got? There it is, whatever. All right. Brock wins again. Hey. Wait, what is this on? They're showing it now. Wilson, quick throw. As Williams gets about 7, it'll be 3rd down. There's not enough time. Yeah, there's not enough time. This game's most likely over. Oh, wow. So roughing the passer. Where's that going to put him, though? Wilson needs to retire right now. Yeah, right now. So it's 1st and 10 for Denver, but where? Show the field, my friend. Show the field. Oh, well, maybe not. They got 3 timeouts. If they score now, they got plenty of time. You know what? All right, let me pull it up for you guys. Let me pull it up for you guys. Hold on. It's not over till it's over.
Broncos 2 road games from here. They go to Miami and then Chicago. Desperately trying to pull one out here in week 2. On 2nd and 6. Here they come again. Wilson gets it out just in time. It's caught. This is P.
Fighting.
Going to be about maybe a yard short of the line to gain. Good open field tackle by Cam Curl and Cody Barton as P-Ryan picks up 5. It's 3rd and 1.
Yeah, we know Sean Payton spent a lot of time on their red zone offense in this game. And knowing that it is tough to run here on Washington.
Quick snap. Wilson appears to have it, waiting for the official signal from Brad Rogers. 1st down. 1st and goal, Broncos. Both teams with all 3 timeouts left. As Sean Payton looks down at that play sheet.
Timeout for an injured player.
Wow.
Injured player here is Deron Payne for the
What
Commanders,
a lucky
who has
break
been all over the field
for
in this game.
the Broncos to get that injury
If you've just
timeout.
joined us, this vaunted defensive front for the Commanders, and now the concern on one of the top interior defensive linemen in the NFL.
Nancy, I had the Broncos for the win.
See Payne right center, lower your picture as he will make his way to the
Spark
sideline.
Tabulous, what up?
But in obvious pain.
But Sparrow, for Denver now, you've got to find a way to get points, to get a touchdown without burning a timeout and before the 2-minute warning. I mean, that is essential here for you on this play. And again, we mentioned how much time he spent on the red zone offense this week. There are some matchups that he likes. You've got to be able, if you're Washington, watch the misdirection and keep your eyes disciplined for play action.
Broncos do indeed run a play before the 2-minute warning. A little miss play on that. Wilson's pass.
Wilson, what are you doing? This is
disaster.
Oh my goodness. He almost gets sacked and then almost throws the interception.
Well, they almost had it. They
Throw it away.
almost had it, but Kendall Fuller, just at the last second.
Russell wanted to give away the game.
Hard to play run. Just at the last second realizes, oh no, this is going to be a pass. And there's nowhere for Wilson to throw the football.
Yep, I'm making. After
Oh, that's a face mask.
The runner was down at the 8-yard line. It's second down here at the 8-yard line.
All right, so they're going to rule.
Yeah,
Wilson
rest missed out on the
down
face
back
mask,
at the
but okay.
8-yard line with 2:02
Just let the
left.
defense do whatever
Yeah, we
they want to
haven't
do.
seen Denver try to rust the play call operation, playing at normal tempo here. Check that knee right there, the right knee of Wilson
This
down,
is the
and that
2-minute warning.
will take us
Timeout.
to the 2-minute warning. They lose 7 as we gear up for the final 2 minutes in Denver on CBS.
Yeah, I mean, like I said in the prediction videos, even before we got to this week, I just don't trust Russell Wilson. I just don't. Just because he's been making boneheaded mistakes like that. It's ridiculous. It's so ridiculous. But we're in a quick timeout. Commercial break. So, there you go. Unbelievable. Tomorrow night, what do we got? Oh, yeah, we got the Browns and the Steelers for Monday night. 8 p.m. So that should be going. Melvin says Russell just ain't the same guy. He's not. And it's terrible. Absolutely terrible. Russell should have retired a few years ago. This is another one that got all that money when it should have been spread around Denver to pick up quality defense, quality O-line, and maybe an additional running back. But hey, pay the quarterback all the money. You don't need to have, spend it anywhere else. Not at all. And then you get a Joe Burrow and a Russell Wilson after you've given them $200 million. All right. Seems like it's working for him, though, right? Seems like it's working for him. The 2 Monday night games, yeah, they do that. What's it, Panthers and the Saints? Yeah, Panthers and the Saints at 7. And then I'll be doing the Steelers and the Browns at 8 o'clock. So, there you go. As we get to this timeout. Commercial break. 2-minute warning. Actually, let me switch. Switch. Broncos look concerned. Very. They had a chance to make a play and just completely squandered it. They have more than enough time. They got the 3 timeouts, but
2 minutes. Have to think the Broncos want to play fast here. 2-score game.
Offsides.
Flag far side. Looked like Chase Young may have jumped.
Boy, that's huge.
Neutral zone infraction. Defense number 99. Half the distance to the goal. Still second down.
Second flag on Chase Young on this Denver possession.
Boy, taking that sack instead of an incomplete pass, that was critical because you know it's going to be a 2-score game. Having a chance to score right before halftime and being able to save your timeouts would have been huge here for Denver.
And that Russell Wilson pass batted down. But we saw late substitution again. All right, so they're going to redo that snap. Again, a late substitution coming onto the field as Brad Rodgers trying to sort through some confusion. Rodgers, I assume, will make an official announcement here. Or maybe not. So they will redo the down. Late substitution. Apparently they blew the whistle just before the ball was snapped. Both head coaches informed. Officials were not in position. And that leads to the replay of 2nd and goal. Wilson probes the defense. Looking, fires, incomplete.
Why is
they want to strike quickly here.
Russell throwing rockets
they do have all 3 timeouts, but they are running out
in the red zone? It's a touch pass. He would have caught it. That would have been a touchdown.
Trying to get everybody condensed to find the matchup, and really there's nowhere to throw the ball. But again, there's
put it in his chest.
Isn't even in a place where his receiver.
This is so heartbreaking.
Well, you talk about a critical juncture early in this marriage between Sean Payton and Russell Wilson, as they desperately try to avoid a 2nd straight loss to begin the season. 3rd and goal. Wilson looking. Here they come again. Wilson sacked. Montez Sweat, Chase Young meeting at the quarterback. And a 6th sack for this Washington defense. Denver calling for time.
Timeout.
Disastrous play for the Broncos.
Denver.
There's nowhere to throw the football. Nobody is attacking the
He could have ran up. He could have ran straight and at least tried instead of taking a sack. This is terrible.
Controlling this front. This Washington front with Payne and Allen and Sweat and Young. But boy, has it changed here in the second half. The 3rd quarter, the 4th quarter. Now all of a sudden, these guys have been able to come alive and have been able to affect the game.
Here's Will Lutz as they'll try to get 3 points here. He's hit from 31 yards out. Keep in mind a couple of kicks that he missed last week. That botched onside kick to begin the game. Kicked all those years for Sean Payton in New Orleans.
So they'll kick a field goal.
Right down Broadway.
Now it's 35-27.
1:50 left, and everyone's going to catch their breath here in Denver.
We spent so much.
Unbelievable. This is wild. I mean, it would pain me to be a Broncos fan right now. I'm just being honest. Pain me.
Their chances.
Let's go back last week. This was the opening kickoff of the game. Shocking call by Sean Payton. The illegal touch before.
Shout out to you, Jacob. Have fun, man.
How do they handle this here? Just think of what direction they want to go. With 1:50 on the clock, they've got the 2 timeouts.
This is why if you're able to score before halftime and you keep your timeouts, then you can kick it deep and let your defense get you some good field position.
Takes that high bounce. Football's loose.
Oh,
Washington
wow. They almost had a chance at it.
Boy, he took that high hop, exactly what you want. Chris Rodriguez Jr. able to fall on the football for the Commanders. And Washington's going to have it.
Well, that was so close. That was a great kick. That was so close. And really a nice job by Dotson. Just his body position. You know, forces that ball inside. And now here you go. You've got to stop here. In this second half, it seems like Washington has been able to
2
make
timeouts, minute 49 left.
When they had to keep their drives going.
See what happens.
A moment here for the young quarterback, Sam Howell, as they begin right around their own 43-yard line. Denver's going to burn a timeout. This will be their second. 1:44 left. Justin Simmons on the tackle. But what a wild game this has been. Russell Wilson and company stormed out of the gate. 60-yard bomb to Mims. And it was Brandon Johnson, and they were rolling. It was 21-3, but then Jack Del Rio's defense started to turn the game. Big plays. Then Howell to McLaurin. Incredible 30-yard catch. Brian Robinson, one of his 2 rushing touchdowns. That gave the Commanders their first lead. And now can they hold on as they protect this 8-point lead? Robinson buried.
Okay. Defensive play. Be third and
huge for this Denver defense
about
on the tackle.
11 now.
You think about the tale of 2
And they'll
halves.
call a timeout.
I mentioned it coming after halftime. Howell threw the ball 30 times in that first half. 9 times in the second half. And he's been able to make it count. And I tell you what, these backs, Gibson.
A reminder that kickoff of the Dolphins and the Patriots is at 8:22 Eastern Time on NBC. As the second Sunday of the NFL season winds down. Eric Bieniemy, Ron Rivera. Can they get one on the road? It's been a long time since this franchise opened the season 2-0. They are 141 away here.
3rd and 11.
This is one of those situations with Denver with no timeouts, right? You would love to pick up the first down here on 3rd and 11, but time possibly being more important, letting the clock wind down, keeping it on the ground.
Robinson picks up 2, so Bieniemy doesn't want to roll the dice, do anything risky with his young quarterback.
I mean, it's too early to say Sean gets fired
That'll
that
get
fast.
us to
But
around 55 seconds with Sean Payton and company out of timeouts. And let that pressure build a little bit more here for Russell Wilson and the Broncos.
Yeah, with 0 timeouts, not only do you have to go down and score, but you got to come up with a 2-point conversion. It's a tough situation. It was a very big missed opportunity. You had a lot of plays there in the tight red zone. And credit Washington's defense for being able to turn them back and force the field goal. But there are a lot of opportunities here in this second half. Denver just hasn't been able to make that play.
Timeout. Washington, their first 30-second timeout.
Ron Rivera will take his first timeout before he sends out his Pro Bowl punter, Tress Way. March, this is why you pay those punters all that money. You need a good one here from Way.
Remember, Mims had a huge punt return early in the game.
45-yard return.
And you've got to ask yourself, if you're Ron Rivera, are we going to punt it and give him an opportunity to change the game with his speed?
all right, so they'll punt. 56 seconds.
Denver handled this potential come on the all-out block. 56 seconds.
So much needs to go right for these Broncos.
Readies himself from around his own 35. Gets it off cleanly. Good-looking punt. And the fair catch signaled at the 12-yard line.
Shout out to you, Chris.
Beautiful punt by Way. And here comes Russell Wilson. 35 career game-winning drives in his career. Hasn't done it since October of 2022. One thing to keep in mind if you've just joined us, Jerry Jeudy making his season debut for this Denver offense. Hasn't made any huge plays yet. A couple of catches. Oh, boy. It's Mike McGlinchey.
Offense, number 69. 5-yard penalty, first down.
You've just got to wonder, Spiro, after the way you came out, it was one of the more impressive first halves that I've seen. I mean, everything went Denver's way. And you think to yourself, how in the world can Washington ever get back in this game? But this second, as good as the first half has been, it's been the equal opposite for Denver here on offense.
Shout out to you, Robert.
Just an unbelievable turnaround. Wilson slinging it near side of the field. It's caught just outside the 20. There's Cortland Sutton with the reception.
Yeah, this is tough because
13 yards, second and 2 at the 21 now. They get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Loves to read the eyes of the quarterback. Safeties are going to sit soft. They're going to bracket anything upfield. And now you got the 4 guys up front who have got a lot of confidence here in the second half. These guys are ready to get after the quarterback. And so with no timeouts, really a tough situation for Wilson to try and find some way to get a touchdown.
42 seconds left. They have to play quickly. Wilson steps up. Again, feeling the pressure. High pass, and it's incomplete. Looking in the direction of Brandon.
Why would you throw the ball 10 feet in the air when he's wide open? Just put it in his chest, Russell. This is crazy.
Arch, we spent time with both Sean Payton and Russell Wilson on Friday at their facility. And, you could sense the confidence. These are 2 guys as highly accomplished as any head coach quarterback. But when you get out to this 0-2 start, everything that they have riding on those 2, all the money that they've spent, the draft capital to bring Wilson here. This is not how they drew up the start of the season. Wilson flushed out of the pocket, tries to regather, launches far side, and that is incomplete. Intended for Judy. And we can start to hear those boos now here in Denver. 28 seconds.
Well, what's most concerning, if I'm looking at this, is what's happening.
I mean, the real question is, why is this game even as close?
Same story. You looked great. Very different game plan against the Raiders than they had today against Washington.
I mean, at this point, Eric, I got to say Russell, just from watching him throw and his vision, it's not looking good, man.
That, to me, would be most concerning here as I look at this Denver team.
4th and 3, maybe one last gasp here for Wilson in Denver. He's going to tuck it away. First down and more. Wilson out across the 30.
Oh, what a tackle.
Has to get out of bounds. What a play. Curl trying to get him inbounds. Clock still running. What an open field play by Curl.
Yeah, he's getting old. He couldn't get out of bounds.
Precious
9 seconds on the clock.
9 seconds as Wilson finally able to get them to the line of scrimmage.
Wilson doesn't have the arm strength for this throw.
Well, you appreciate that open field tackling. Can't do it much better than that.
Incredible play. And we haven't had a chance to really say his name much, but, you know, I'm a big fan of Cameron Curl and his game. You know, watching the tape.
RJG blew the game basically.
Exactly. Linebacker, how he plays the run, how he's so smart, understands situational football. Again, haven't had a chance to talk much, but he is a tremendous safety here in this defense.
Broncos hoping for this play, maybe one more.
Pass, that's caught. 3 seconds left.
That'll stop the clock with 3 seconds. And likely one last chance. Sutton working against Forbes.
He may not have been able to get that right foot down.
Timeout. Washington, their second. It's a 30-second timeout.
Yeah, he caught it.
Boy, when was the catch? When was the gather and control?
Control here.
Right there.
I think
awfully
that's
close.
Yep.
This might be coming back.
Ron Rivera has taken a timeout. Let's bring in Gene. Gene, how do you see this?
You know what, guys? I think he may have gotten that toe down, but he's going to the ground. I'm trying to follow that football out of bounds to make sure he keeps secure possession. I think you've got a toe tap with the left foot, and then we had one low angle that was coming from the offensive side that appeared to show that right toe may
better hurry up.
Touched in, and he does maintain possession.
A flag is
indeed confirmed. And now it's Hail Mary time.
But not in a Hail Mary typical Hail Mary formation.
From the 50.
Wilson looking for a miracle. Gonna gather. Unleashes.
Doesn't have it.
The end zone.
Oh, are you kidding me? What a catch by Johnson! Wow! No way! No way.
My goodness.
There is no way.
What a prayer. Are you kidding me?
Improbable.
Well, they got to get the 2 now.
Can't celebrate yet as they
They got to get the 2.
For the 2-point try and the potential game-tying score.
It's pointless if they don't get the 2. You got to get the 2 to complete this. It's like a fancy crossover in basketball, and he misses a shot if you don't. You got to get the 2.
You got to keep your eyes disciplined. Watch crossers. You've got to be disciplined here if you're Washington.
Wilson to the end zone, batted down and incomplete. Intended for Sutton, and the Washington Commanders hold on here in Denver.
Terrible. What a catch, though. You got to give props for the catch, but you got to get that 2 points after that, man.
This is so well played by
You got to
St.
get the 2
Juice.
points after
He
that.
sees Sutton coming from the other side of the field. He stays home in his zone. He's there to see the football and makes a huge play.
Arch, boy, there was a little bit of premature contact. Gene Steratore off air thought that there was enough there for the pass interference, no flags, and it is all over in a thriller here in Denver. The Washington Commanders erase an 18-point deficit, and they are 2-0 to start a season for the first time in 12 years. 35-33 your final. Tonight on CBS begins with 60 Minutes, followed by Yellowstone and Big Brother. Now for Adam Adini, Gene Steratore.
Should have gave it to Marshawn. You should have gave it to Marshawn. Let him run it in. They're going to get sick of Russell throwing the ball in the end zone when it matters the most. Haven't they learned? You do a running play when he needs it the most. You don't have him throw in the end zone. That catch, though, that was something else. But that's it, ladies and gentlemen. So, I'll see you guys for tomorrow. Monday night, Steelers and the Browns. And thinking everything should be hopefully back to normal tomorrow. We shall see, though. Shout out to you guys. Have a great night. Shout out to the Wrench Gang, the family, all the listeners, all the watchers. Have a great evening, you all. Peace out.